Well,
Ed.
yeah, we're alive
But-
anyway.
What the?
He botched the countdown.
We did
I
this,
can't
like,
do
one
anything
order
right
was
with the
zero.
countdown, because if I start on 1, then I get flame. If I start on 2, I get flame. This is
Yeah.
this is impossible.
Yeah.
Well, either
Anything
way,
goes.
we're alive. So, welcome back. We're here for I think it's like the 29th session or something. Because I've been doing some counting with what session we're on, and that should be accurate. Either way, here we are. So let's start with a bit of a recap. So last session you went ahead and you explored the city of Eschaton, the city in the abyss that you are currently in. You found a number of locations, starting with the Danse Macabre, that somehow resembled some sort of theater, where plenty of demons were hanging out. You found the Armonite weapon shop, owned by an Armonite, a big demonic centaur-looking creature that sold demonite steel. And lastly, you also discovered the Siphon Goat, a tavern where you decided to spend some time. Now, at the Siphon Goat, you interacted a bit with the Incubus barkeep, who was willing to trade both food and lodgings for a kiss.
Bruh.
So you then went ahead and had a bit of a conversation with one of the patrons at the tavern, Tiefling, as a matter of fact, who explained that he hails from Thrumera, introducing himself as Malcolm. Now, he was willing to share some information with you regarding Artefemos. But in return, you would have to provide him with some pit fiend blood. So Tazio, you headed off to the barkeep. You gave him a kiss, and he gave you the drink that you desired. And you were told by Malcolm that Artefemos is one of Apollyon's 3 favored, making him one of the most important fiends in the city, and that he can usually be found at the Five-Pointed Star, an arcane research facility located within the high corridors of the city. You then took some time to hang out, and I can't remember exactly what you did. I think you took a rest after that, right? Like, that's probably where the day ended.
Yeah.
So you got a room. Storm also went ahead and made a bit of an order from the bar. However, he requested that the incubus would shapeshift to look like himself, so that he could kiss himself instead of somebody else. Now, after that, you got your rest, and you woke up to find that your possessions were missing. Basically, anything shiny that you kept in your bags was gone. You then looked outside, where you immediately found some quasits that had apparently stolen your things, and you were able to hunt them down and kill them, and by doing so retrieve your items. You then went ahead and did some more like looking around in the city, and you decided that you wanted to acquire a demonite blade for Storm. So you headed out and you slaughtered a random demon in the streets, or technically you took it hostage, or like you kept it alive, and you sold it to the Armonite for a demonite blade. After that, you headed up to the Five-Pointed Star, the research facility, which consisted of 5 tall towers, each in the corner of a burning pentagram rune engraved in the ground itself. You interrogated some closets, almost killing one in the process, to find the location of Artefemos. And you were pointed towards the tower that is closest to the house you assume to be his personal residence. You headed up the tower, walking past many arcanoloths who were working on both alchemy and enchanting, until you reached the top of the tower, where you found 2 giant humanoidish insects wielding tridents, standing guard on each side of a door, where apparently Artefemos was located. You attempted to use invisibility to sneak past the guards, but they appeared to know where you were regardless, and so they threatened you to leave, which you promptly did. And you changed your approach to use a fly spell to try to fly up and look through the windows, but both Tazio and Dara were soon discovered by Artefemos, who was walking around inside and just looked out of the window and saw both of you. Your next idea was then to acquire some eyes for your bag of beholding to be able to kind of spy on Artefemos. So you headed off to a kind of slaughterhouse owned by the so-called man butcher. And after some unsuccessful bargaining for the price of humanoid eyes, Storm got tired of it and decided to try to rob this demon, which resulted in a wild fight and flight, where Storm and Dara kept cycling the creature's attention between them. Storm also breaking his magical but damaged dagger in the battle that ensued by rolling a natural 1. Eventually, though, you managed to damage it enough to discourage it from continuing to chase you, and you were able to escape. And that was
damaged it enough.
no. No, you damaged the Nullfishni enough. So you managed to get away, and that is where we left off. Tazio was already at the Siphon Goat, and Dara, you took a bit of a detour around the backside of the main street of the city.
Yeah.
Whereas Storm just ran straight back, I think.
Yeah, I want to try to move back to the inn.
Right.
Making
just,
sure that no
Always.
demon boars is after me.
I just sneak around a bit behind the houses and then make your way back to the main street, around the part where you think the tavern is, and you manage to get there safely.
You got my pearl. Holy crap.
That was close.
Here's the pearl.
Cheers.
Okay.
I got the heads.
Let's never do that ever again.
Indeed.
That was fun.
We
Well,
almost
fought.
died.
You might have. I didn't.
I think we
Yeah,
should stay
it's-
away from butchers.
Yeah, no more demon boars, okay?
Yeah, no, he was quite strong. Yeah.
He is a little bit above us. Even if I hadn't been tapped out of magical power, don't I think that would have made any difference?
Mm-hmm.
He was literally toying with us.
assuming you need short rest, yeah?
Yeah,
So,
that would be a great idea.
Nice.
so what are we going to do after the short rest?
We
Well-
can't die.
How many eyes? Are there 2 eyes in the socket?
Let's hope there's ice in the sockets. I didn't look when I...
You just took a head. And
2
you didn't.
heads.
How many eyes are there in the heads?
Let's see.
You bring them out, and there are 2 eyes in each. Storm, you can roll a D100 for me, or roll 2 of them
Still
technically.
that.
Oh. Wait, did you only take 1 head?
2 heads.
2 heads. Okay, so 4 eyes.
2
Mm-hmm.
2 times 2.
63 on the first one.
All right, and then another one.
And the other one... 56.
56 and 63. Both heads contain brown eyes.
What does brown eye?
What's that
Oh,
do?
that's the
Yeah,
same.
worse
That's the
eye.
sip. Yeah, that's the crap one.
I grabbed the ice cream and put them in the bag. Bam!
Have you walked inside the tavern at this point? Or are you just
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
awkwardly
Yeah.
outside?
Yeah.
And
Now we go inside.
you head inside, you sit down by a table, and you start carving the eyes out of their sockets. Nobody seems to bat an eye because people have seen worse on the daily. There's even some fighting going on right now, where some demon is like tearing another one apart. So yeah, nobody cares that you do this. It would probably be a bit gross to the rest of you. I mean, Storm is used to butchering bodies, I think, but
I've been a little bit. I'm used to this at this point.
I'm not used to this.
Yeah. Well, haven't
Grab
your character been to the abyss?
Bag.
Well,
Let's
not
go.
used to carving out eyes of people.
No,
Well,
fair enough.
can't we sell the heads later?
Yeah, so we can get another night at the...
Yeah.
Maybe outside.
I don't think he wants that kind of payment though.
I can
Well,
share.
I don't know
We
if
can pay like other places for.
hey,
Basically.
human heads might be very valuable. I don't know what the demon to humans currency rate.
Well, there's one per body.
you see one of these big kind of legged mouths that you've seen here that just kind of like walks past the table and then stops. It's one big eye kind of like staring right at you, and then at the heads, and then back at you. And you, Tazio, you hear it say in Abyssal, like, "Are you going to eat those?"
Mind your own business.
No!
It kind of like takes another step towards you. "I want the heads."
The heads are ours.
Just push them a bit away from him on the other side.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, yeah, good luck with
Heads
that.
are ours. 10.
Oh yes, that is so going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he's a coward.
The heads now.
What is this fool saying, eh?
He wants the heads.
Why would he get the heads?
I don't know.
Because he wants them, Storm. It's the same way you do things.
Yeah, kind of. But he won't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the heads.
Put the heads in the bag.
I don't want him to eat my bag.
I
Just
don't
put
think he
them in-
will eat your bag.
Are you sure? He looks like a giant trash can.
Mm.
Can you just ask him to leave? His breath
Yeah.
smells like shit, man.
You know, can you just leave? we don't want you here. Like, get your own head.
At this point, it throws itself right on your table, just like breaking it in the process. The heads just go flying up, and it's going to try to catch them.
Yeah, I fucking stab his ass.
Alright,
Yeah,
make an attack roll.
I after that I will use a cantrip on him. Pull the dead.
He's a 15 a hit?
I think so. Yes.
Perfect.
It tries to eat to like swallow the heads when they come falling down, but it completely misses with a natural one. Caused by the stab. Like you managed to hit it right in one of the eyes.
Can we no.
Can it do
Sadly, I cannot. I don't get.
Can I do can he make a wisdom saving throw
Of course.
after he got stabbed?
It's his speciality. 12.
So he will take 2d12.
It takes 6 damage.
24 necrotic damage.
What the fuck?
Maximum damage.
Yeah, that was...
Wow, on 2d12s.
Alright, you see Storm just like stab it right in one of the eyes, the one eye that was turned to you, like the other eyes are on the other side, and you immediately cast Toll the Dead, right?
Yes.
You hear this like sound of a bell just ring out, and you see how like another one of its eyes just like bursts open and black blood starts pouring out, and it just like kind of shrinks a bit as it's partially just drained of its life essence. It's still alive, but at this point it's about as close to dead as it can get, and it is just going to start like running away.
Don't finish him off.
You don't have to like.
I mean, he did kind of become. I'm just gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
Just because.
Alright, you do that. You start trying to like explain your reasoning, and then it's like, whatever, you just blast
Fucking
it.
savage. I just his ass.
Is 12 or a 13 a hit?
A 13 is a hit. 12 is a miss, though.
14 force damage.
Oh, Lord.
With that, you just blast it, and you see how it just explodes with just gore all over the place. There's some demons that just get like splats of this like black blood on them, and they just like lick it off.
I'm gonna say
This demon plays more and more, eh?
I'm gonna say it's on the house, and I go back to the.
Okay,
I
so
can put the heads in the back.
Okay,
Yeah.
just hide the heads, and let's do this in the room, okay?
what's the plan, guys? We go up
Take
there.
short rest.
Yeah, we take
Yep.
a short rest. How long do
Plant the eyes.
Now we will plant the ice, and well,
And
shouldn't we
wait.
like renew the room or something?
Yeah.
Don't know how long it is. Dara, your turn.
Yup.
yep. Okay.
If you are feeling good enough.
I mean, I need a little short rest for my
Yeah,
spell.
let's take the short rest before maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you gonna take the short rest in the common room or in your room?
Oh shit, there are two rooms. Common room. No, wait. You mean the room where
Like
they will
the-
sleep in?
Well, like the common room is the one downstairs where all the demons are hanging out and just
My
like
room is probably
Nah,
eating and
not the
drinking.
common room. We don't want more demons just randomly up here and try to eat us.
Right.
Eat us. The heads.
well, we have heads too.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you head upstairs. It's still quite loud in your room. Like you can hear most of what is going on downstairs with all the like screaming and fighting and demon noises in general. But you're able to just relax a bit, and that's about it. You finish a short rest, gain all the benefits from it.
During this, I try to pick one of the eyes out and try to look through it.
Okay. Since
yeah.
I'm pretty used to looking through my familiar, does this just seem pretty easy to me?
Well, Storm was the one who pulled it out now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please, can we have three eyes at the same time?
Oh, do I assume the one who pulls it out gets only the view of it?
Mhm.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
You
Wait,
pull it out, and you have now used one of the eyes.
Hey,
Well, it
You're
holds
able to
3
see
days.
through it. Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
Wait, we can.
So
we
I can, like, what the fuck?
but you
was
can't
so
put it
weird?
back in. That's the thing. Like, or if
Yeah,
you put
no.
it back in, it's just gonna count as still being active, and you can see inside the bag for 3 days, I guess.
Should we just do 3 of them?
yeah, that's actually a good idea. If I have 3 eyes, it's more likely that, well, at least one of them will be survive.
I think a good plan is if we do. You make me fly or something, and I fly up to the windows and you cast Mage Hand to put them inside of the room instead of in the
We all
window.
take out 1 eye each, yeah.
Yes.
I have mine
Yeah.
here, so we can do lab checks
Okay.
during the night each time we
Okay.
have.
Yeah. Well,
So
that
should
sounds...
we just go and put it up there? No?
Yep. Let's just
Let's
do it
go.
now.
Yep.
All right.
Have my eye task pop.
Ooh.
Here's an eye.
All right. So you start heading downstairs, and as you get to the common room, you see the tiefling Malcolm, kind of sitting there, and he just like waves at you, kind of waves you over.
Oh, it's
yeah.
over. Okay.
Yeah, let's go there then.
Yeah.
As you approach, he just says, how are things going?
You know,
Quite
Going
fine.
okay.
We just almost got murdered by the butcher, but
yeah, let's not do that ever again, Storm.
Indeed.
something like it.
Let's not attack everything we see.
Well, I was wondering if you need any more information. As I said, I have some very interesting news, you could say, regarding
Well-
Atafamos.
Well, we are a bit interested in extra info.
Indeed.
Like, I think everything will help us.
I mean, nothing is for free here in the Abyss. You'd have to do me another favor.
You want the head?
Do I look like one of the full-bloods? Do I look like I eat heads from people
Do you
that's-
want gold?
No. There's no use for gold here. No, I
We
need-
already
When
have a
you
plan
can't come
to
home,
get
you
the thing we want, or do what we want.
Well,
What
sure,
are your
sure.
information?
Go ahead then. I won't stop you.
I mean, like, what kind of information? Can you give
Information
us?
that could help you get out of Atafamos.
Get in what?
But you already have a plan, so you go ahead with that and don't
Yeah.
mind me.
Well, let's say what you want as payment.
I want a particular dagger. That is what I want.
What's
Storm is like, this guy.
Are you familiar with the Bloodwell?
No.
No.
Well, if you were to head there and find the keeper of the well, I want the keeper's dagger.
Why?
My reasons are my own. Call
Well,
it
yes.
a souvenir.
Where is the Bloodwell located?
Well, if you look at the city as seen from the gates, you would simply head to the right and into the lower district. You sort of follow the road until it ends, and from there you just continue forwards a little bit further, and you will find it. It's not very difficult.
I guess this keeper is very dangerous, and that's why you want to do it.
Yes. Well,
Would you say the butcher is more dangerous than the keeper?
let's just say I haven't fought either. Call this more
Who
of
would
a-
you rather fight?
I would fight either as happily as the other. Look, I call this laziness rather than weakness. I prefer to have other people do things for me than to do things myself.
Does all fiends like that?
No, not necessarily. But I am also not really a fiend. I am half human. Or am I not?
Happy.
Well, I am a tiefling, a half-blood.
Indeed.
Well,
Where are
I
you
suppose.
from then? Are you from here?
I told you I'm
He's
from
from Thrumera.
Thrumera.
Oh, you're right. My memory isn't too good, really.
From the capital city of Eldothal.
Yeah, right.
Well, I suppose we got a little time to go and fetch your little dagger.
Yeah.
We'll
Can
see what we
split the
can do.
ice first.
See you later.
Malcolm.
Malcolm. There we go.
Malcolm,
Right.
indeed.
Okay, so
Okay, we head on.
yeah, let's do this then.
Yeah.
Outside of the building.
Yes,
When we
indeed.
walk out. Okay, so I think we should first plant the eyes, yeah?
Yes.
Well, remember that we have to look through the eyes during the time. It's not like we can just see through what has happened.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, okay. So where should I
But
put the eyes?
Well,
hide them however you like. Window,
Yeah.
wherever you
Mm-hmm.
feel the best.
Mm.
Then we go to the blood well and take the dagger and don't give it to Malcolm, we'll take it for ourselves. How does
are
that
you
sound?
sure about that?
I can identify
It's
the.
probably magical and probably
can,
good, so
I
why would we...
can identify the dagger.
Yeah, exactly. Oh!
Well, that's
So-
actually a good idea.
If it's too strong, we keep it.
Yeah, we don't want anything
would
bad
do
to
the same.
happen in his hand.
If our plan fails and we can't get the box, then we give it to him. Otherwise,
I-
it's ours.
By the way, I would do the same with the lockbox, but I have a fucking tattoo on my chest.
I don't want to.
That's
That's my mentor, so I
I'm
wouldn't.
probably going to die if I don't give him the lockbox, but
Yeah, we need to... Okay,
So-
let's just go and plant the eyes, and then we go and...
Indeed.
And remember, Storm, before you try to do anything stupid, I will cast protection from evil and good on you, okay?
But what stupid
Wait,
will I
what?
do? He will task
I am the one that will put the.
I'm going to
Eyes.
cast fly on you, but I'm saving my later spell if a fight were to occur on the
Okay.
Storm.
I don't really have that many spell slots left for fighting, but
Yeah, that's the thing. So let's not try to fight as much as possible, okay?
indeed.
Okay, but I'm gonna give you fly when he's dead.
Alright, so you go to the 5-pointed star. You cast fly on Tazio,
Yes.
and you begin to ascend. What do you do?
So I sneak first of all,
Right?
and then
Give me a stealth check.
that's 12.
Okay.
And then I will like look over like a window,
Right.
just look into the.
Yep.
Can I see the dude? After
At first glance, no, but you can give me a perception check.
roll. That's a 13.
Alright. No.
Okay, so what can I see inside?
You see the same thing as last time, which is let me just yeah. So you see a teleportation circle. You see a bit of like an enchanting station, an alchemy station, and some bookshelves. You see the desk with the
Okay.
safe underneath it.
So if I would put an eye on the bookshelf, or in the bookshelf, what would the eye be able to see?
I mean, there are two different bookshelves. One of which would be able to see the alchemy and enchantment station.
Uh-huh.
From the other one, you would probably be able to see the same, but also the teleportation circle.
I'll put one eye in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna roll to see which eye. Storm, do you want higher, lower, or mid? No.
Mid.
Dara.
Hi.
Okay. That's my eye in the bookshelf.
Okay, so which bookshelf was that?
With the teleportation circle.
Okay. Yeah. So you
So I
can
cast
actually, I
magic.
would say from that one you can see the kind of desk,
As well.
the teleportation circle, and the enchantment station, not the alchemy one.
Okay.
From the
I'll
other
put-
one you can see the alchemy, but not the
I will put
teleportation
two
circle.
eyes on that, in that bookshelf,
Okay.
and that would be mine and Storm.
Okay.
Eye. And then I will put.
I
Can I
watch
put-
through my eye while he's doing this. What the fuck?
You just see like a kind of it's really trippy and kind of difficult to like not get feel a bit sick the first time, because you just like it's not within your control, but you just see like your vision move around a bit like unsteadily and then just like be placed in a bookshelf,
I give it a pat with the hand.
right?
Storm is
then
very
I will-
uncomfortable.
And then I will. The last one is. Can I like make it so you can see both the teleportation circle and the door?
Yes. I would say you would probably have to place that somewhere on the desk, where the
What's on
where
the
the
desk?
safe is. The desk. I mean, it just has some sort of papers and like some writing utensils.
So nothing like. No accessories or something.
What do you mean by that?
Like a jar of ice or
No.
anything. Yeah.
The
That
kind of
can
like
blend in
you find a shelf that is located between like the alchemy station and the enchantment station that seems to have like a number of items in it. It seems to be kind of like bases for potions and some mundane items that are supposed to be enchanted. And it also seems to have some sort of ingredients for various potions. But that one wouldn't really be
No.
like, you would
I
not
want
see the
to-
door at all. You would primarily see like the teleportation circle and the desk from there.
I put one eye there, Dara's eye, and then I will move my eye somewhere on the desk, I guess.
Alright, so you put Dara's eye on the shelf with the items, and then
Yeah,
you put yours on the
like a bit
desk.
hidden though, so he won't use
Right.
item for a potion or something.
Right,
Oh,
right.
look, I
Sure.
created a human eye.
Oh,
You put it behind the jar of like perfectly clear liquid. Dara, when you look through it, it's very like difficult to see clearly. Like you could easily see movement, but it would be all distorted because it's like looking through a jar.
well, movement is the only thing we need.
Alright.
Do this.
And Jackson or Tazio, sorry.
Where on the desk can I put it? Like,
I mean, it's kind of difficult to hide it properly.
okay, if I only want to
Potentially,
see like the door and the teleportation circle.
well, it would have to be like on the desk itself.
Can you do under the desk?
You wouldn't really be able to see the teleportation circle clearly from there then, because it would need to be angled, kind of like in a.
Oh, okay.
It would need a very particular angle to see it clearly. Like you would be able to, like from from Storm's eye, you can sort of see the door. You wouldn't be able to see through it properly,
you can
but
see
you can
that
see
if
like.
it opens up.
Well, yeah, and you would
Okay.
be able to see like if someone moves in or out of it, but you wouldn't be able to see like anything on the other side from there.
Yeah, I
it's
could
just like
put
barely
my
kind of.
eye back or something.
Okay.
Well, the important part is finding whenever someone goes in and out.
Wait. I fly around it.
Yeah.
Is he inside?
I mean, I kind of assumed that was what you were doing.
Is he
but
inside?
you cannot see any.
I fly down to
the
Storm.
Artifemos.
Artifemos ain't in the room. Should we just do it now?
I mean, why not?
Storm,
I
let's
just
go.
the extra fly spell I just cast on Storm just because it's always hard to do.
So let's go inside.
Okay, so the two of you start flying up. You're gonna have to squeeze through the windows because they're.
I check
narrow.
is there artifemos in there or did
Sure,
they die?
make a perception check.
I mean, like, if I fly around, it would be really weird.
30. No, wait, I think it's...
No. 30 is a bit...
I think that's a bit high for your perception.
Yeah. You sure you're not made a stealth?
Only
No.
29.
Do you have +9 or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You took,
Jeez.
I
Right.
nat 20, and then I have +8, and then I have a stone of luck, so that becomes...
Of course.
Yeah, right.
To perception? Really?
To perception, yep.
You get to all ability checks.
Wouldn't your passive perception also go up a lot by then?
Yeah, you have 9 in passive perception.
Oh, does it?
19. Yeah, you have 19 in passive perception.
Does the Stone of Luck affect the
Ability
passive
scores.
perception though?
But
No, that doesn't.
But yeah, you would at least have your perception.
Yeah, it would be
10 plus
much.
perception, so you would have 18 passive perception if
Yeah,
it's that high.
you would have a way higher passive perception.
So 29 total.
yeah, we see in the...
What the fuck? Is he in the freaking...
Storm, you're kind of like peeking into the room. Yeah, make a stealth check as well, actually, just to... Not as good.
That's 26.
Okay, that was also good. I see. So Storm, you peek inside, and you don't really like see anything, but you listen and like trying to shut out all the strange noises coming from like the city itself. There's a slight sound, almost like a very faint, I wouldn't say quite breathing, but kind of like movement of air that seems to come from a particular source. Whatever this is, you can't see it, but it seems to come from within the room, and you can't really like perfectly pinpoint it. But there's this rhythmical kind of like, almost like, there's almost like pressured air moving through a like a valve or something like that. Just very, very faint and subtle.
What would I think it is? Would I think it is a person? Would I think it's a trap? Would I think it's a...
I mean, it's not any sort of human sound. It would be difficult to say that it's a trap because from like you can sort of pinpoint it, but it would be like almost in the middle of like nowhere. You almost get a sense that maybe someone is invisible in here.
True sight eye, that's what we need right now.
Yeah, exactly. 5,000 gold. Anyone got that?
No, but Butcher. Mad Butcher might have. You're like, sure thing.
You just go back and it's like, hi, your favorite return customers. How are you doing? I hope your wounds have healed nicely. Anyway, we'd like to buy an eye.
I fucking stop Taz. I grab his leg or something, and then I fly back down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's why did you fly down? There's clearly no one in there.
Feels like someone is invisible there. And I heard some weird like sound of
You
Ju-
know
just-
what?
and
I can
that
check.
could have been
Okay.
squid
Just-
breathing or something.
Just a quick
and
question
I
to the
don't-
DM. The eyes, they
Yep.
don't grant anything else than sight, right? They're just
Yeah,
they're
no,
like a
you consider
Drow.
death and everything, well, or like the eye is considered death. You can still hear
Yeah.
whatever is around your actual person, but you
So
can
it's a
only
video
see
camera
through
that
it.
is
Yeah,
muted.
yeah. It's basically Rainbow Six Valk cams, or maybe
Got
you
it.
can
Okay.
maybe you can hear through those. I can't remember.
I think you can hear a little
Yeah,
bit.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't
But
hear
they're
anything
very-
from these.
Okay.
Nice.
Storm.
Hmm?
Can you try to pinpoint where you heard the invisible creature, and I can like use my mage hand to like see if something is there?
I don't think it is like. I wouldn't
Because
think he just stands there. I would probably assume he does something, but somewhere in the middle of the room. It
I
felt
mean, like I can just like take the hand like all over the.
for it, but
You need to point
he
it out. though.
probably just is invisible and doing his original
Well-
stuff, studying.
Well, if he's invisible, then I can still touch him. You know.
Yeah, but go up and touch him then.
Yeah, you'll have to point it like.
I
you-
cannot point where he is. He's visible, bro.
Well, just like give me some directions when we're up there.
You
So
think
it's easier.
I will be able to hear his ass again?
I don't know, like I don't know where you meant, so you can just like tell me where you heard him from. No.
I heard him. Middle of the room. Maybe on his desk.
You know that
sitting
the room is like a circle, and in the middle of the room it's a wall, like another.
I cannot
So-
tell you where a invisible creature is. I'm
Because the
not-
middle of the room doesn't
I
see that
cannot
much.
hear like, oh shit, there he is.
No, but I mean like point out where you thought you heard it. You know.
Where did I think I heard him? It's
Hmm.
the DM.
Well, it would be kind of like
Impossible to hear.
no, you know roughly because you rolled incredibly high.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nice.
It would be like from the window that you're primarily looking through. It would be almost straight ahead and then a little bit to the left, kind of close to the door, but a bit further into the room, maybe like 5 to 7 feet away from the door, kind of.
I did describe that.
That,
Understand now?
you know that could be the guard.
The guard.
Also. Yeah, other side of the room. Is he breathing heavily?
I just told you. He was in the room.
I mean, like, don't know. I will use the mage hand and try to like touch the air around where he said.
Okay, so Storm, are you still like? Do you follow?
Yeah, sure, I can follow.
Okay. I will say, like, since you've already kind of like pinpointed the sound ish, when Tazio lets the mage hand kind of like float towards that direction. By the way, the mage hand is not invisible.
Yeah, I know that.
What?
Only-
I thought it was!
No, it is
no,
if you're an
it's-
arcane trickster.
Yeah, I remember now.
Mhm.
But otherwise, it's like a spectral hand.
The fuck?
It's like this transparent.
It's like a super small Big B's hand.
I usually think of it as like it's a Mickey Mouse hand.
Sure.
That's actually pretty true, though.
You can choose the color of it, but like, yeah. Anyway, it goes flying there, and Storm, looking through, you notice how the sound that you heard, it seems to move as the hand approaches it. It just moves to the side.
Does it sound like steps when he moves? Like,
Kind of. Very, very silent steps. Or no, actually no. But no steps, but it sounds like there's some sort of movement.
Nothing here, Storm. Which direction?
Actually, yes.
I do.
no!
I do very quickly to the right.
Okay, yeah, Storm, you notice how the whatever this is just keeps moving and dodging the hand.
That way.
It seems to be faster than the hand is able to move.
There's no one here, so
Yes, it is.
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Okay, feel free to go in then.
You know what? I'm not gonna do anything in there, you know.
What?
Okay, so let's do the silver thing, or what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just look through the eyes sometimes and see the invisible thing grabs them and throws them out or something.
I'm just gonna quickly look through my eye to see if I see anything.
I
Alright.
would have-
When you all look through your eyes,
yeah,
you notice how they all seem to be looking at nothing. They have been moved from when they were placed. They are kind of like staring right at the walls.
Wait. Would Dara look through her eye while we were up there?
Didn't state that she did.
I didn't state that though. I probably would have, but even though it's still invisible, it could still have turned my eye around even without me noticing what it was.
Okay, so that plan is gone. We have to do the dagger and give it to him.
It's probably just the one of his guards.
Or
Because
he might
he's
be
just
invisible.
went to
Because
sleep.
I believe he saw us before when we looked.
What?
Probably.
Oh
That's
my
why.
God.
That's probably why he was so cautious.
It was pretty obvious that he saw both of you because he was like walking towards you, and then like
Oopsie.
looked from one to the other. I can't remember who got detected first, but it was like what
Probably
the
me.
actual, and then what the actual times 2.
There's a lizard and a tiefling outside my
I
window.
wasn't spotted. It was you two. Was spotted.
And it's the 5th floor.
So let's go to the blood well then, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We go back almost to the gate. We go right and head to the end of the street and a little further.
Okay.
Indeed.
So you start heading out into the so far unexplored areas of the city. You head down the road, and it's like the same sort of cobbled, wide road. Not quite as wide, but like similar to the main street, until it just suddenly ends. It is surrounded by smaller houses. There seem to be more of these kind of like feral, crazy demons in this area. Okay. As you're walking there, you kind of have to like dodge between these houses that are relatively tightly packed, continuing in roughly the same direction, and eventually you get to this kind of like open town square sort of thing, where in the middle you see something quite interesting. You see this big elevated platform, like a large stone slab that is all like smooth on the top side, but has these jagged, almost protrusions from all around it that end up being almost like spikes in every direction. On top of it, you see what looks like a well. With kind of like a bit of a roof on top of it that is being held in place by 6 big bones. similar to ribs in their shape. Much bigger than the ribs of any creature you know. Next to it, you see this big, very big creature. It appears to have 4 arms. It is covered in this kind of reddish orange, almost carpus-like material. 2 of its arms are much bigger than the other ones, and armed with what looks like kind of pincers. You see the head itself looks almost like a very demonic-looking goat. But it doesn't have any fur. Instead, it has the same kind of carpus-like material, and there are several spikes, both protruding from its shoulders, back, and face. And you see it kind of stands there. Make a perception check.
Yeah, I want to see if he has a dagger.
16.
Nat
18.
1.
16, nat 1, and Storm.
18.
18. Storm and Tazio. You see this creature's chest is kind of like giving off a faint glow, and from underneath the skin, you see what looks like the shape, this dark shape of a dagger. That is kind of being illuminated like a silhouette from within the creature's body.
Should we attack?
It is kind of just like pacing around this well, just looking at people, or demons rather.
Well, if you want to, I can just quickly cast the protection from evil and good, and you have 10 minutes before it goes out.
What
Just
does that
roll.
even do?
Well, you remember in Mistvale, the one I
That
used for
was a
Jackson?
while ago.
Yeah, I used a certain spell on Jackson to make sure he wasn't charmed, but it also works against like a protection against fiends, fiends and undeads and celestials and such.
I can also make you react quicker if you want to, as I did before.
Nice.
What if we do both of them at the same time and made...
I shoot his ass with a crossbow. Starts
Maybe,
things off.
yeah. You have 1 minute to
Yeah, and there's 10
initiate
minutes.
something with my spell.
Okay, I start with mine. It has longer casting time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well, if we're gonna fight right now, I can just cast it as well.
yeah. So,
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah, I cast my spell.
Yeah, I cast Gift of Alacrity on Storm.
Okay. That's the initiative thing, right?
Yeah.
Initiative.
And then
I'm just gonna tell Storm what it can do. My spell makes so that creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and they can't charm or frighten or possess you.
Mine just gives you extra D8 to your initiative.
Pog. Then I shoot the
I shoot him as well at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Gives
You
double
can,
trouble, you know.
You can try to time it. I'm currently drawing the map.
I will use my ring for it as well.
Right.
I know.
Let me just...
I'm gonna be mad if it's fire damage now.
Fire!
Last time it was fire damage.
No. This time it's gonna be cold or necrotic damage, man.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Check.
Gotta
First
make sure
I
it's a
have to
useless.
roll. Oh.
Did you roll for the damage type?
No, to hit.
Alright.
Is it surprise, or should we check if we hit at the same time?
Make stealth checks first.
Oh,
To
yeah.
determine if you, if it's...
22.
Alright.
28.
28 and 22. I believe you would be considered hidden at that point.
Nice.
Okay, so we get advantage.
I will open, or I will take you to the map
Nice.
real quick.
Okay, that I like this very much.
Damn.
Radiant.
So this is the
No,
map.
no, no. Nat
There, you can see the platform that the creature is on, and there are some stairs as well. In the middle there is the well.
Okay.
You
Spikes.
are all down here. Well, the spikes just surround the entire platform.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we still got Jacksons.
Yeah, I still haven't
Yeah.
been able to change anything. I'm just gonna draw some quick spikes around this way.
Whoa.
Very scary, I know.
I know. I think I hit.
Yeah, natural 20 usually is a hit.
Yes.
Entropy ward. Roll of disadvantage now.
Okay, so both of you make your attacks and then we will go into initiative.
Okay, so first of what type? A 5.
Let it not be fire. Let it not be fire.
Lightning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is 15 a hit?
15 is not a hit.
Fuck.
Did you roll with this or with advantage?
Because of surprise.
Let's see here. 10, 24, 32 lightning damage.
32.
There's
Yes, that was a natural. Well, everyone was above average, so I am happy with my die.
I will say it does appear to be resistant, as
Yeah.
this bolt
Yeah, I
kind of
thought so.
sends a pulse of electric energy through it. It just like looks right towards you, and you see some of the lightning. It just like shakes it off, so that it just like sparks outwards instead. Its purpose seems to reflect some of it. Everybody roll initiative.
Yes. Fuck.
Not your day, Storm.
Not with these kind of rolls. I guess. Well, it's alright, I guess.
By the way, how do you want to position yourselves before you make the attack?
Yeah, right. Did you take your
Storm would have to
plus
be a
eight?
lot closer if he's. Oh wait, he
I'll
used the
say
crossbow,
that
right?
there are like buildings all around.
Storm, did you use your D8?
Yup.
Oh, good. Me got 16.
Alright. So, what is your dexterity, by the way?
+0, but my initiative is +5.
Oh,
He got that weird spell.
Oh.
so 16. Dara, what did you get?
9.
And Storm.
14.
Okay.
Wow, that's a trash initiative roll.
But yeah, where does everybody want to stand when you're starting this attack?
I mean, I'm happy with my placement, I guess. No, I would probably. Can I go in the like behind the house on the lower left side?
Like there, I guess.
Yes.
And
Right
Storm
there.
and Dara, where do you want to stand?
Well, I probably would stand where probably 2 feet back, 1 cube back.
2 feet back.
Yes, 2 cubes back.
Alright, 2. I will say like
Yeah,
the
that's-
stairs are right ahead of you, kind of.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm
Yeah.
good.
And Storm.
I just stand there.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Tazio, you are first in the initiative order.
So I will. Let me see what I can do here.
Firebolt.
I will just do the same as before, using my last charge.
So another Chaos Bolt.
Indeed. Roll. That's 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
And the damage type is 4, and I hope that's not 5.
Lightning.
No, that was 5. Force damage.
Oh,
Let's go.
Ooh.
And that's 9 force damage.
okay. Well, this does seem to go straight through the carpus and just like burns a piece off of his kind of shoulder.
Bite.
Yeah, basically. Like you just shoot off one of the spikes and it just like looks at you,
I
and
don't
it
want
looks
you to
very
look at
angry.
me. No. Can you guys do something? I will move one step to the left as well.
One step to the left. Okay.
One step to the left.
Right, you just kind of like dodge behind the corner and just like stand there, kind of trying to think like, nope, it didn't see me, it didn't see me, it didn't see me. Okay, so up next is the creature, the keeper of the well. So it is going to just leap over this way.
Oh.
10,
Right on top.
15, 20,
Taz.
25. It is going to stop right next to Storm, and it will just look over towards you, Taz. And it will
Abilities.
cast.
Do I have
a
some
spell.
sort of...
Oh.
Is it saving throw or like...
No, there is no saving throw to this. You are stunned,
Oh.
Oh, well, okay.
The fuck?
as it just in abyssal just utters the word stun, and it just like echoes through the entire open square, as if this like deep abyssal voice spoke this ancient word that just becomes the truth as it affects you. You may make a Constitution save at the end of your turn, though.
It's like the abyssal version of No You.
Is this old sign?
That is going to be all that it can do, though.
Yeah.
So up next is Storm. It
Nice.
is right next to you.
I'm just hit him with my fiend blade, yeah.
Yep.
I don't have advantage on him or something with that thing, right, Dara? Or
No. He has advantage against you.
Disadvantage against you, not advantage.
Here, Storm, take spell. It gives enemy advantage against you.
and I pull up a dagger. No, another short sword and stab his ass with
Right,
that as well.
yep.
And this isn't magical. of
Yep.
course.
So Demonite Blade first, I assume.
That's a hit, though.
Yes.
How
Nice.
much?
Let's see.
I assume it's way above 20, so
Yeah.
if it's just that's a hit.
Never know.
11 damage. So 5, I assume.
Yeah, with
Was it-
sneak attack as well.
Wait.
Yeah,
I was
still
like,
get-
that's pretty low for sneak attack.
That's
Was
super
that-
low for
So was that not with your
17
Demonite? Was that not with your
No.
Demonite? Okay. So did you miss your first one then?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So 17.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
I
it does
walk-
not seem to do full damage, but it does something.
And then I walk 2 step up.
2 steps up.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're staying within its range, basically.
Because if I would see that he has casted something that stunned Taz, I would probably stay in its range.
Right.
I assume I
Sure.
see that with 18 passive. Or do
You
I see
you
that?
hear this spell. That's
Okay,
that's
nice.
mainly like you just it kind of like fills you with this tingling magical feeling, as if like
ASMR?
very powerful magic has been cast nearby. No, it's almost like it's almost like some extreme like bass has just been like booming out in this area. It just kind of like gives you this vibrating feeling that just gives you this weird kind of heart, like your heart just kind of like feels weird.
Oh my god. Does it look like I can grab his dagger?
I mean, as I said, it's like under his skin and his chest. It's like inside
There's a
him.
hole in it.
No, you can see that, like, there's some light coming from within his chest, and this thing seems to be just under the skin, so that the light is kind of like making a silhouette, like almost like a shadow on his chest.
I'm gonna assume he ate it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe not, you never know.
Let's go.
Okay, so next is Dara.
Yes, I will move 2 steps right up diagonally.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna shoot my Eldritch Blast at him.
Sure.
Okay, that is a 22 and a 24.
Both hit.
Pew!
Pew.
11.
Oh.
Pew! 14. So 25 total.
Whoa.
Alright.
And then I move 4 steps to the right.
4 steps to the right.
Yeah,
1, 2,
I want to
3.
get some distance.
Yeah,
If he catches me, your storm is gonna be fucked.
Okay. So, with that, it is top of the round. Tazio, you're turning again. You see these Eldritch Blasts from where you... No, actually, you wouldn't even see what is going on because you're just completely
17.
place. 17?
Yeah. A con save, right?
Yeah, Constitution.
And it's on the end of the turn, right?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
You do manage to save though. 17 is with
So
a
that's
small
my turn.
margin enough. You are no longer stunned, but you forfeit your entire turn.
Mhm.
Do
Do I have a reaction though?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice.
But from where you are, you can't see anything. Like,
Can I,
'cause you would have been
oh,
standing
right.
like pushed up against the against the wall or like behind cover, and then he cast the spell and you can't do anything else this turn. Like it's the
Okay.
end. But yeah, you have a reaction.
Can I see him though?
No, because you're probably facing
okay.
like the other way because you would have like you went behind the cover.
Right.
If you got really
he
close,
have to
you,
see me though to cast it.
Yeah. But it
Alright,
it
I'm
sees
just
you.
not looking.
Like if because you're facing like the other way
My
ish.
bad.
Unless you wanted to be peeking out.
No.
From,
I was hiding.
Right. So it is going to start its turn by making an attack against Storm on disadvantage.
Yep.
That is quite bad.
Let's go.
That is a 12 on the first attack. It is going to try to make another attack though.
Scary.
Oh my god, that's a 12 again.
Let's go.
You see both of these big pincers just like snap down towards you, missing. I mean, it's going to take its last 2 attacks against you as well, because now it's mad.
2.
Yeah,
Whoa.
It has 4 arms.
that's better. That's 17 to hit. And then the last one is 20 to hit. Lucky for you, these are not the more powerful of the attacks, as the kind of fists now just punch down at you instead.
Uncanny dodge.
Yep. I heard you. So the first attack was uncanny, right?
Yeah.
That's lucky because that's maximum damage. That is going to be a 10 damage. But you have that to 5.
Yeah.
And then the second attack is only 6 damage.
Nice.
As it punches you with a second strike. and then it is just going to move kind of like this.
Oh, exactly.
And it just kind of like looks over towards Dara for a second, kind of like, I'll be coming for you soon. Just giving you that kind of like evil look with its big red eyes. Anyway, Storm, your turn.
Nice. I would assume it doesn't work like this. Can I stab him? Try to stab and open his wound so I can grab the dagger? Because it would be pretty nice with a magic dagger and the elf hand as well.
You could try.
Let's go. So it's a original like attack, but
I'll say you will not be able to make a bonus action attack if you do this.
okay.
Like you'd
Yeah,
have
if
to
I
use
try to
your
grab it as well,
entire.
If I hit it and try to grab it as well, because if I don't hit it, it doesn't feel like I would like do that.
Well, I would say like you have to kind of like try to leap up, because this is a big guy, you know. So you'd have to probably try to like leap up, kind of stab into him, and then try to like pull down while reaching in. No matter if it succeeds or fails, you're gonna lose your second attack.
Okay, let's do it.
You could try.
I got some luck. So let's see.
Make an attack roll, and I'd say, I guess, an acrobatics check as well.
Do that. Sure. Natural 20. Natural 20 on the attack roll. What the fuck? And acrobatics. Natural 20. What? Holy shit!
That lucked though. That luck.
I didn't even need to use luck. What the? What was the even odds? You thought this would happen. What the fuck is this? Nice.
Alright.
Okay, let's see the damage first, yeah?
Oh shit, it's sneak attack. Oh.
Yeah, on the Demonite blade.
What's this gonna hurt?
43 damage.
Yeesh.
Nice. Holy crap.
With that, it is bloody as well.
Nice.
Nice.
How does it go with the...
Okay, so you basically, like, as it is kind of punching down with its shorter arms, it kind of needs to bend over a bit, so you take this opportunity to jump up on its foot, up on its knee, just, like, push yourself further up into the air. And you, as it's kind of, like, standing up again, you just plunge your short sword, or whatever the Demonite sword was.
Yeah, short sword.
Just plunge it into its chest and just, like, use your weight to kind of, like, pull yourself down. With the gravity, so you just like slice its entire chest open, just carving into it, and as you're falling down, you reach in and you yank this blade, this dagger, from within. You see this like this glowing ichor just like pours out, partially covering your arm. I will say you're going to take some acid damage from this.
Sure.
But you now have the dagger in your hand. You take 6 acid damage as this glowing liquid covers your hand that is now clutching the dagger. But yeah, you're holding the dagger now.
Stairs isn't hard terrain, right?
No, they're normal terrain.
I'm just gonna walk, like up
diagonally to the left, like 3 squares.
1, 2, 3. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Down. I'm done. Nice. A good turn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't, I can't believe that actually worked.
Yeah, that was actually...
Because I was like, this is gonna... He's gonna have to roll high on both checks and... or like, he has to hit the attack, roll a high acrobatics check, and then do a lot of damage. And you just like, nat 20 sneak attack, nat 20 acrobatics. Sure, yeah, you just carve it open and pull the dagger out and run off with it. Sure, yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Yep.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, you do that, and you run off with it.
Nice.
Yep. Congrats. That's gonna end your turn. So Dara, you're up next. You see him just carve the chest open on this creature. What do you do?
FB.
I'm gonna yell out, "We got what we're looking for! Run!" And I'm gonna use my action to dash the hell out of here.
What?
What?
No, you pussy! I say
It's okay.
you do that.
Okay, so you start running.
If I would run, I would have run. I wouldn't fucking walk up 3 steps.
Okay, so Dara, where do you go?
When you actually run.
Can I run? Wait, the video feed is a little bit.
Yeah, there's a gap between the buildings there where you're standing.
You know what? I shouldn't just abandon my teammates. I'm probably just gonna run straight up six cubes.
Okay,
In
1,
up
2,
in-
3, 4, 5, 6.
Where actually?
Instead, and I'm just gonna blast 2 Eldritch Blast on that guy.
Okay.
We don't even know his movement. That's also scary stuff.
Like, you're about to run out of there, but then you see how, like, Storm seems to kind of turn around after backing off and kind of prepare himself to strike at the creature again.
Yeah.
This time also readying the dagger he just ripped out of its chest.
A 22 and a 19.
Both hit. God,
Right.
you're rolling so much better today than with the
Yeah, I've rolled
Malfechny.
above 10 all these rolls, man. I rolled
Tazio-
11 and 14 so many times.
Tazio just got picked out of the combat from round 1 though. Yeah. Okay, roll your stuff.
Well, that's back to normal Dara. 6 force damage on the first
I mean,
one.
that's not even that bad compared to what
Yeah.
you used to do.
Natural 20. 2 damage. And 14 damage on the second one.
Ooh,
That's
a good
definitely better than what you used to do. So you do 20 damage total.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to look rough. It's kind of like clutching its open wound at this point. Tazio, it's your turn.
I will.
You finally managed to get yourself to move again. You're able to peek out from
Right.
behind the corner.
I will use my momentary stasis on him, so he has
Okay.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 29.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Or no, sorry,
le-
28.
I will move 1 step to the left.
No.
Okay, so I'm assuming you
Wait,
kind of
what?
like, or
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah, you
tried
just-
to
yep.
incapacitate.
incapacitate.
Yeah,
Incapacitate.
I tried to do that on him, but it didn't
Right,
work.
you kind of like peek out, you do that, it just looks over at you for a second, and you're just like, okay, no, never mind, I'm just gonna take cover. Alright,
That's
yep.
my line.
Yeah,
You do that.
Constitution check isn't the best
Yeah.
on those kind.
I mean, it would be kind of good though.
That is going to end your turn, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Then it is the creature's turn again. It is just going to charge over to you, Storm, and it's going to make all 4 attacks against you.
Oh my.
Disadvantage though.
Yeah, I know, disadvantage. So the first one is still pretty low. This is only a 14. That's a miss, right?
Perfect.
You have armor class 15, correct?
Yeah, no, 16.
16. That is a nat 20 and a nat 19
Ooh.
Oof.
on the
Thank
second
God it
attack.
was- Yeah, I uncanny dodged that one.
Yep. That is a nat 20 and what's that? 16. So that is a hit.
Oh man.
And then the
That's-
fourth attack is a 14. Yep, 14.
Nice. Two hits.
Yep. The first one is a big hit though with one of the pincers.
I'm kind of noticing that. That's
yeah.
nice.
Big boy
Yes,
attack.
that is going to be 19 bludgeoning damage as it just
So nice.
grabs you. It actually picks you up with its pincer as well. You're considered grappled and can use your action to try to escape it.
Can I attack him?
You can still attack it while you're grappled, but your speed is 0, and I think that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
Your speed becomes 0. Yeah, that's basically it. And then the second attack is going to do for 6 damage.
Oh my God.
But yeah, you are now being held in place by it. And that is going to end its turn. Actually, no, it will still carrying you. Just walk over this way, holding it, holding you still, like that. Or we'll actually hold you over here, just kind of like hold you as a shield in case Tazio peeks out.
Wow. Wait, how tall is he?
It's a large creature, so you'd still be able to hit him, but you know it would be like half cover.
Okay.
Unless you walked further out, of course. But yeah.
What did you
I
say
feel
the
like he
save
kind
was?
of.
Or the thing, so I could get out of his hands or thing?
You can make an escape check, which is basically acrobatics or athletics,
Okay, nice.
but it takes your action.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's your turn.
Nice. Acrobatics
All right.
is 23.
23 is enough. You're no longer grappled.
Nice.
You can still take your movement and bonus action, although you can't
Yeah.
attack with your bonus action because you didn't
I
use your action
dash.
to attack.
Out of there.
Okay. What
run.
direction?
I fucking run. The way we came from.
Okay, so 5,
The way
10,
we fucking
15,
came from.
20, 25.
I don't say a word, I
30,
just fucking dash.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So you're
Just
down there.
see the Lizardfolk.
Hurt
as fuck.
Right.
Like I kind of picture it as like when he drops you, you just like roll up to one of those armadillo lizard balls and just like rolls like 10 feet before like springing back onto your feet and just like dashing.
I just think about the, what it's called, the Looney Tunes, you know, when their feet start.
Yeah. There's just like a dust cloud behind and everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. That's your action, or that's your turn. Dara, it's your turn. Next.
Yeah, I move down two steps just to get a better angle for my Eldritch Blast.
Okay, the stairs are still gonna be in the way. I'd say half cover.
Then I take another step down.
Right, that's no cover.
And I go with my Eldritch Blasts.
All right.
No. That's a nat 1, so that one misses.
First one goes wide.
That's a nat 2. I take my 3 steps to move back into the large open alleyway or whatever it is. Yeah, and try to move.
Where did you want to go?
Up 1 step and 2 steps to the right. Or maybe just one step diagonally to right and then 2 steps right
Right.
into that
Right.
little alleyway, whatever it's.
Yes.
I'm gonna call it an alley.
Yep. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
That concludes your turn. So top of the round, Tazio.
Like, how does it work again with when you cast a spell and a cantrip?
Well, if you use your action to cast a spell of first level or higher, the second one has to be a cantrip, or the other way around. If you use your bonus action to cast a spell that is first level or higher, your action needs to be a cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay,
in
yeah,
order to
good.
cast
So
two
I
spells.
can. Okay, so I will walk all my movement to the right.
Okay, like out into the
Yeah,
15, 20, 25, 30. Like that, then I guess.
Yeah, I guess. So yeah, so I can use my action to cast a cantrip and then bonus action for a spell.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I will use Toll the Dead, I guess.
Toll the Dead.
Oh no, yeah, Toll the Dead. And then yeah,
So
right.
it needs to make a saving throw, right?
Wisdom, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
It does so on advantage because it has magic
Yeah, right.
resistance. However, that is still a pretty bad roll with a 2 and a 7, so that's going to take it up to a total of 14.
That's a fail. So it will take 12 necrotic damage.
12 necrotic damage.
And then I will Misty Step towards Storm.
Okay, it has to be to a place that you can see, and you can't properly see that far.
Okay,
so,
so like
I'd
as
say
far
you
as
can
I can
go
see.
like, yeah, here maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, you can see that on the stream. So you can go like 20, 25
Yeah.
feet because that's within
Yeah,
line of sight.
that's
diagonally.
good enough.
Alright.
Mm.
Then, after that, it is the keeper's turn. Let me just see here. So, it's gonna stands there. So, yeah.
How much movement does that thing have?
So, Dara, you're the only one who can see it, and you see how it just quickly like casts a spell and it begins to fly.
Oh.
And it's going to move 60 feet and stop right between Tazio and Storm.
Okay.
We done goofed up now.
And that is going to be its turn. It looks furious, but quite injured.
Mm-hmm.
Storm, your turn. You see this thing from nowhere, just a big like shadow being cast over you as this thing just comes flying after you, hovering just 5 feet above the ground.
Did he
So
just
you,
put himself
you
in
make an
a
attack
flanking
backwards.
position?
No, that's not flanking.
Ah,
It's almost, but not quite.
Oh wait, can I walk so it's flanking?
Actually, you know what? It wouldn't have gone that close to you, technically. If you guys don't allow me to change it now, since I technically said it concludes. Is that alright?
I'm fine.
Because it's just going to
Yeah,
be
it's
5
fine,
feet
it's fine.
further like that, basically.
no attack of opportunity.
Well, it just wouldn't have gone that close, that's all. I realized that it has a thing.
So there's houses everywhere. There's
Yeah,
something to
I
hide
can
behind.
I can draw some more houses like this and one more down here, and then there's probably like a house right there and one here.
Can you like drag down the screen a little bit so I can see
Mm-hmm.
how big the house is? Nice, okay.
Oops.
5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, Can I like hide behind the house? The one
which one?
just to the left, I assume.
Okay. Are you just gonna go over there?
Yeah, into the all 30 feet you can use.
Yeah.
Okay. When you go there, it is going to get an attack of opportunity though, because it has 10 feet range.
Oh, then I wouldn't do it if I knew that.
You wouldn't really know that though, because you haven't seen it attack that far away.
Don't worry, Storm. He still got disadvantage on his attack.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, attacks.
Not 18 and not 19, which means that you're also grappled. So you don't manage to get anywhere.
Uncanny dodge.
That is going to be
So
19
right,
damage
then.
again, so
Oh my god.
9 damage.
Yeah.
So you
Acrobatics
got
check.
What did you say?
Acrobatics check.
Yeah, technically, yeah, you still have your action, so yeah.
18.
That is enough.
Nice. Then I run and hide.
Okay, so then you move 15, 20, 25, 30, and bonus action hide, I guess.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing you're starting to get a bit low at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 3 HP, my dude.
Oof.
That's why I'm quite scared.
I feel like Tazio should be more afraid at this point.
24 stealth.
24, alright.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's my turn. I can't do much more, yeah?
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
So, in that case, it is Dara's turn.
If I walk 5 feet to the left, would I get an angle that I could shoot an Eldritch Blast on him?
Or you're not even able to see him from there.
Yeah, I was just if I walk 5 feet, no, 5 steps to the left. I feel like 4 is a little bit too much. So.
I'd say you have a good angle from there. You're able to
Great.
fire without any cover.
Yeah, I didn't think a 4 steps was enough. So
Yeah, no,
just
that's
going.
you could have done it from 4, but then it would have probably been like half cover. But from this, I'd say like your entire, yeah, more or less full view.
That is a very much a miss.
Come on, Dara.
And that's a 24. So
24 hits though.
9 force damage.
9 damage. Well, that's not bad.
I think I go 1 step to the right. You know.
Yep.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna die.
Tazio, you're next.
12 to the end.
No!
Okay, magic resistance.
You know he will get the tag of opportunity now.
No.
I'm more surprised that
That's
that
better. That
works
is
again.
like a 19 or something.
Oh yeah, he doesn't
Wait,
have
wait,
any
wait.
action.
What was his highest roll? 19.
Yeah.
What was his lowest roll?
10.
Make him reroll the higher roll.
Okay. Wisdom was it?
Yeah, wisdom.
15.
Nice. Okay, he fails.
Right.
And he take
Come on, man. He's low.
20 damage.
20 damage?
Yeah.
How do you
Let's
want to do
go.
this?
Oh. I was just gonna like leave though. I didn't know like.
You just like start kind of like preparing to run away and just like cast a single Toll the Dead before that.
I would just cast it and then misstep away without even looking.
Okay, so you just like hear this bell ring out and you misstep away like 30 feet down the street or somewhere else.
Into the buildings, I guess. Or up.
What do you mean? Like
up.
Okay.
Like,
he wants to be on top of a building.
No, like
Up.
6 feet.
Oh, that up.
6 squares up. And
yeah, but that was what I was doing. So 10, 15, 20,
it's a
25,
delay.
30. Yeah. I just got confused because
the delay confuses us.
Yeah, so you just like missed a step over there and start running away, and then you just hear this like boom as this entire creature just slams into the ground, dead from the toll of the bell. So yeah, the creature is dead. You just like look behind you for a second, and you just see this like withered, blackened body. Like basically the carcass remains, but everything else is kind of shrunk to a smaller size, completely drained of life.
Oof, we won.
Initiative. Let's go. I hear the poof, and I
you hear this. You hear the sound of bell. You hear the sound of bell ring out, and you look behind. You look past the corner, and you see this body, dead, on the ground.
Nice.
More of this glowing ichor at this point would be pouring out of its chest, but it's now starting to turn black instead of glowing.
Oh no! It's acidic! Run!
Run, exactly.
Bro. Okay, I walk out. Good job, lads.
Well,
That was
are we going
closer
to...
than I expected.
Well, it wasn't pig demon close, but, you know, pretty close.
What? The pig wasn't even close on me, though.
I
This
felt
was
like...
closer.
No, the pig was closer by a lot.
Yeah. Well,
We spent the fight running, and it toyed with us.
Storm, if you would give me the dagger, I can identify it.
Yeah, do that.
Just give me 10 minutes, and I will know.
Let's check the blood well as well. Why is he guarding that thing?
Yeah.
And should
Alright.
we take the body and sell it to something?
I
Well,
think it's,
if you can't carry
quite
it,
big.
we can try to... We can always try.
It is very large and heavy, so I would say it would be difficult for all of you combined to
Okay, can I take the head?
move it any distance. You could take the head, but I think this is a good time to take a break, though.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
you can think about all the things you want to do,
Nice.
and then we will be back soon.
Perfect.
Yes.
So successful encounter, and a strange dagger.
What happens at the blood well? Does they find the lockbox? Do they give the dagger to the tiefling? So many questions.
Why are the eyes turned against the walls?
Why?
Wow.
Will Storm survive with 3 HP?
Yeah, I mean, welcome to the abyss. And before you get attacked by random demons on your way back.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll see you all relatively soon.
Yes.
As always, the breaks are a mysterious thing that nobody knows how long they actually are. But yeah, see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Of course.
And we're live.
Oh, fuck!
What the fuck?
He destroyed the countdown yet again. Yet again.
Stupid.
If y'all can just agree to a system to count down, I would be glad to follow it. But I get flamed no matter what I do, so I'm just gonna do my thing and just do it at random. So we're back anyway. Ready or not, here we go.
Yes.
So when we last left off, you had just slain the keeper of the blood well, it was of course Glabrezu, which
Yeah.
was hypothesized in the chat. That was what you slew. Storm, you spent some time to cut off its head. You try to stay clear of the glowing or now dark ichor pouring from its severed veins and arteries and whatnot. What do you do?
Walk to the blood well.
Well, let's check that out. After I take the head, the bone into the bag.
Whoa. The identify spell as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Should we do that
he's
first?
doing that while. Okay. Yes.
Can I do it like while we are walking, or is it like?
Do you have the ritual
can
spell
walk.
casting?
I have
thing?
ritual spellcast.
Ah, good. Then you,
Yeah,
I
we
think.
walk the blood well while we do that. Then
Yeah, I mean you kind of have to like stay focused on it, but you're not technically bound to like one place. I don't think like you just can't really speak with anyone while you're doing it or anything because you have to like mutter these incantations over and over again and do gestures with at least one
I
hand.
look down the well.
Alright, you move up to the well, and you look into it, and you see there's quite some distance before there's any liquid, but there seems to be this very dark red that is almost like bubbling. There's a strong smell of blood here as well.
Is there like a bucket like it in other wells where
No.
you like whoop and then
No, nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
I mean, it's not gonna be watered anyway, so.
is there any other thing that's different about this well?
You see some bones are scattered like in a close proximity to it, like
Okay,
right around it.
yeet down a bone.
Okay, you take a bone and you throw it down. You see it just comes flying back out after a second. Like there are just
What?
some bubbles and then the surface is just bursts open and this bone comes flying back, almost hitting you in the head.
Damn.
Wow.
Why was this creature guarding the blood well is the question.
Well,
Well, the dagger will have something to do with it. I think so. Let's see what the dagger says.
Storm,
does.
just roll a d100 for me,
Sure.
just for fun.
I'm scared.
what?
Roll back.
92.
92.
Yep.
I'll let you make a decision here as well. High or low?
The fuck?
Now you have to gamble. Is high a good thing if you pick it, or is low a good thing?
Come on, you got luck, man.
I can always
Low.
reroll.
Okay, nothing happens.
I use my thing, so you have to reroll.
No, that's not how it works.
Fuck. You're right. That's ability and attack.
Yeah,
Dang.
you can't make a random percentile check. Get
I checked
reroll.
the bone that was spat out. What is it? Is it still a regular bone?
I mean, it's not really a regular, or no, it would be kind of a regular humanoid bone, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's just covered in blood at this point.
I sniffed the blood.
Smells very metallic, kind of like iron.
Iron blood.
Yeah, blood kind of smells like iron,
Yeah.
I guess.
because it's filled with a bunch of iron, so...
The irony.
Stop.
We needed a pun for the day.
Okay, we just wait until the dagger gets revealed, exposed.
Humla, humla, humla.
Alright, so you spend 10 minutes, or 11 minutes, I think, because it's like minute casting to begin with, right?
Yeah,
props.
I think so.
Because you just add 10 minutes to the casting time with ritual casting.
It is indeed 1 minute.
But yeah,
so
you spend like 11 minutes, not that it really matters, but at the end of it, you finish this this identify, and you sense that there's something blocking a full identification of this item. What you do get out of it, though, is that the name of the dagger is Epitaph.
Epitaph.
And it seems to require some sort of attunement. But the attunement that also unlocks more of the abilities of the dagger itself requires blood sacrifice.
Guys, like, we ain't got shit from this dagger.
What does it do?
I don't know. Like, you have to attune to it, like blood sacrifice and stuff.
So it's like
You
So
have
you
to
need to use the blood down there.
No. You have to cut yourself.
No, blood sacrifice in this sense would be sacrificing a humanoid creature,
Alright,
killing
you have
it
to
in the
kill
process.
someone.
Basically,
Yeah.
ritual murdering a humanoid.
Yeah.
I
and letting
don't
it
think that has ever
get the
stopped
dagger,
Storm.
or letting it get the blood.
You're not gonna do that. So
Yeah,
Why?
I know.
We're just gonna
It
give it to
seems to be
Malcolm.
powerful, doesn't it?
It's probably cursed.
we're not gonna kill a humanoid.
Don't you have
For a weapon.
something to resist?
No,
Huh?
I don't.
I want to attune to it. I
But
want the new dagger. My dagger got destroyed.
We
But what
won't.
if it's that? What if it's cursed? It requires blood sacrifices, for
Yes.
God's
Yes,
sake.
I cut some random.
You have to
Does
kill
it have
them.
to be demon
Humanoid.
or humanoid?
Yes.
Can
It has to be
demon as well?
humanoid.
So
Motherfucker.
that's. We should
Does
not
it
do
have
that.
to be at the blood well?
No.
Doesn't
I don't
from
know
your
that.
identify? I will add that it also has to be attunement from a non-good creature, or like that only
It
a,
has to
a
be-
non-good aligned person can.
You
attune
can't
to
be
it.
like a
I'm
good
that.
person.
I'm that.
No.
But it doesn't state anything about the blood well. Like you just get the sense that if you like stab someone in the heart with this, a humanoid, that will suffice. If you kill the person, then the
Will I get
attunement is unlocked.
auto-tuned then? Or do I still have to look at it 1 hour and then? But
Well, you basically attune to it first,
Yes.
but in order for you to actually attune to it, you need to stab someone with it while you're kind of like first stage attuned to it.
So let's just give this to Malcolm because our plan
Why?
with the
be
eyes didn't.
powerful.
Our eyes with the plan didn't work because he clearly saw the eyes. We don't have a plan.
Tell
we
me,
need his
what
information.
information will he give us that will help us?
It's better than nothing. What do we have right now?
We have a dagger that's powerful.
Do you see any humanoid here that you can
No,
sacrifice?
but when we get the lockbox, we just go
How are we
back
supposed to
our
get
base.
the lockbox?
Easy,
Look.
we just fly in there and get that shit.
Storm.
But
What
wasn't
if
there
we
a creature in there?
look, Storm? What if we just take parts of this lobster demon goat thing, whatever it is, and just take it to Armonite's weapon shop and
But
hope
they
for
don't sell anything good there, yeah? They sell
It's only
so
weapons.
good against feats. Nothing magical, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they
I
don't require
use
gold.
armor.
They don't
I
require
use
gold.
weapons.
They still don't require gold, Storm.
What does that
Let's
mean?
just give this
The
to Malcolm.
dagger is...
You can still buy one and then
We-
sell it as an
We agree.
exclusive weapon in the normal world.
Well, we agreed to give the dagger to Malcolm if our plan didn't work out. The plan didn't work
Can
out.
make a new plan.
No, but we had an agreement. Give the dagger if the plan didn't work out. The
That was
plan
an
didn't work
agreement.
out.
That was just the word.
That's actually what we agreed on.
Well, at least 2 out of 3 agreed
Nice
on
and
that.
word. You will see that nothing of his work.
He's probably going to.
He's scamming us. We had to
You know,
do this.
you-
We
you know-
almost died.
Okay,
you
Storm,
think that
Storm,
Tiefling would
If
have
he
done anything?
scams us, you can use that dagger and sacrifice him.
Hey, what if we do it like this? We go to him, we ask what it does. If he does not tell us what it actually is capable of,
He might not even know.
Yeah, well, he was able to know that it was there in the first place.
Yes. But
So
he
what's-
You
kind of...
could see it through his fucking heart.
I mean, like, okay. We can do this.
Look, we would
You can try to attune to it right now, and then we will give it to him. If he screws us over, you take it, and we have a human.
The tiefling counts as a human. Do you understand, Storm?
Yes.
Then you can attune to it.
So you
Okay.
guys won't be a bunch of pussies when he be like, yeah, this dude lives over there.
Well,
And then
if
you
that-
guys, okay, let's go.
I
And
mean,
you're
like,
okay, we
you said
don't want to kill
valuable
him. He's so
information.
handsome and he's so
I mean, like, if he just
kind
screws us
to us. We
over,
don't want.
if he just screws us over, then we will do it. But if he gives us
Is
valid
what's
information,
Okay, sure.
You can
This is-
try. If it's cursed, we can't even get it off you. So, yeah,
What's the worst curse that can happen? Like, bruh,
probably death curse.
what does that do?
I feel like it's pretty obvious.
No.
It has a death
Maybe.
in its name.
Okay, so
what if it's like a curse that, like, says
The
like you
demon
have
wasn't
1
dead.
hour left to live?
Then well, the demon wasn't dead, correct?
Well,
Did it use
maybe
the dagger?
But it had it inside of him, right?
Well, what if the dagger forces its way inside your stomach?
Well, I'm still alive then, am I not?
Okay, so let's just
Try it.
if he scams us with
We ask Goblin
information.
what it does. I
Yeah,
need
we
to
don't- we
shit
don't
for an
give-
hour, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
with
take a short rest.
We
Dagger,
take a
yes.
short rest here, and I
Mhm.
look at
So we
you're
don't
gonna-
give it to him.
You're gonna do the
Wait.
first step of attunement. Is that
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you kind of sit down by this blood
Don't
well.
fucking wait. No.
Yeah, you said
It's
you were
like
going to
that.
do it.
I mean, he could cancel it. He has an hour to make up his mind. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to
Yeah,
complete
right.
the hour of focus. If he breaks it at any point, the attunement fails.
Storm
What if I
like,
guess cursed from the first part? Do I still? Am I still cursed if I throw it away? Yeah.
yeah, probably.
I will say, can identify, detect the.
I don't think it can
Curses.
affect curses.
So
Yeah.
I think it doesn't.
I feel like if
I
you
can
take like a bag of holding, it was probably a bag of devouring, and identify. It's probably gonna say it's a
You
bag of
learn
holding.
properties and how to use them, whether it requires a human to use, and how many charges have. And you learn whether any spells are affected the item and what they are. If the item was created by a
Okay.
spell,
Yep.
you learn.
No,
which spell.
I got the
Mhm.
description myself.
Pretty sad if I attune to it and then I'm cursed when I haven't done the whole attunement ritual. And then I'm like, oh nice, we have to give this to this fucking dumbass tiefling. Eh?
Well, if you get cursed, we might do something different, you know.
Okay, if I get nice, let's attune to it.
Okay, so as you're sitting here, before you finish your full attunement, you're sitting by the blood well, correct? Like, nearby.
No, we should like go close to the inn, I guess. Is smarter choice, right?
I think we should be around the blood well. Why not? That doesn't really matter, I think.
Is it in like the worst part of the city, like? in
It
the
is,
slumber?
but
Yeah.
you notice that there aren't really a lot of demons
Yeah, okay.
in this immediate area.
Mhm.
They are around, but it may actually be more dangerous to leave this area than it would be to stay here.
Okay, then we'll see.
Yeah.
Because
Then we have no reason to.
the
leave.
demons seem like they steer clear of the blood
Mhm.
bowl itself. But as you're sitting here, maybe like 45 minutes or so go by, and then you just hear this like bubbling noise coming from the blood bowl itself, and looking over, you see that the level of the blood has risen to the very like brim, and you just look at it as it's kind of like bubbling. And then all of a sudden you just see like the surface bursts and a human body is thrown out of the well and just lands next to it.
Is it alive?
it looks very dead. It is completely naked, covered in blood, very pale skin, as if it has been dead for quite a while. Looks like a human, probably from the north.
I mean, like, should we take the eyes?
Hell yeah. Well, can I sacrifice this? Probably not. Because
No, it's already dead.
But why would it spit this out? What the fuck?
I don't know.
What
No
the hell?
idea. We can ask him about the well as well.
As well.
Double
let's
pun.
do that. Okay. What eye color does the body have?
Roll a d100.
Let's do that. 57.
Oh, bro.
Okay.
Probably.
Since this is technically a northerner, the chances of him having blue eyes is bigger than than this for non-northerners. So as a matter of fact, yes, these are blue eyes.
Dark vision.
Bruh, I just...
Yeah.
You gouge
Storm-
the eyes out of the body, and you put them in
Storm,
the
leave
bag.
before a demon wants to take the body.
Huh?
We should leave before a demon tries to take the body and fight us for it.
You have about 15 minutes left of your short rest.
We should like walk a bit to the side, you know,
Yeah, it's
not
probably a
be
good idea.
in the way
Or
for.
we just throw it back in.
No,
Why?
we don't want to mess with it.
You see that the blood level is decreased again, back to its normal.
We don't know
level.
what we'll do. Just leave it so we are safe.
That feels more dangerous, but sure.
Just pretend that everything is fine.
Alright, so you spend the remainder of your rest here, and as you finish your rest, you see some creatures, like the one that you saw by the gate of the city, but these ones are not quite as big or heavily armored. That just walk past you, staring at you. They pick up the body, and they start walking away with it.
What the fuck?
Okay. So nothing happens after the hour with the dagger.
You are considered attuned to it, but nothing
You
else
don't know the
happens.
properties.
You don't feel cursed, if that is something to go on.
Okay, let's go back to the inn. And,
I will also add
get
that the
welcome.
body that was spewed out of the well, it seemed to have a chest wound, as if it had been stabbed in the heart.
Okay.
Okay. We walk back to the inn.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's not give it to him directly. We show it and then we ask for the information.
Right.
Sure.
So you will make your way back to the inn.
Indeed.
Inn. Did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let me just check one thing real quick. Leon or Marcus, high or low?
What the fuck are all
Hi.
these rolls?
Okay.
You failed.
Oh, would you look at that? Okay. So, as you are walking back, you kind of turn around the corner, and as you do, you see something. Let me get the right notes open. Here we go. You see this vaguely humanoid creature-ish. Looks, I mean, it has 2 arms, 2 legs, but one arm is like all shriveled up and tiny, whereas the other one is super long and looks more like a tentacle, and at the end of it there is a mouth with this perfect row of white teeth. The rest of the body looks all like contorted and swollen and just bulging. absolutely disgusting looking creature, and it just kind of like turns around and looks towards you, and you hear it just like, as it at first it sees you, Tazio, and just looks at you for a second and then ignores you. Then it notices Dara and the storm, and it's just and it starts charging towards you. I would like you to roll initiative.
What the fricky?
I don't have spare. Ooh.
I don't have good initiative.
Oh, okay, nice. I got very good initiative.
I got sucky initiative.
What did you say it looked like? Did it have arms?
Yeah.
Or was it a worm?
No, it has like one shriveled up little arm, and it has another arm that is like a long tentacle with teeth at the end, like a mouth.
Kind of hard to envision that in my head, but
I'll send you a picture.
nice.
I feel like I know what it is, but
Let me. Here it is.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, okay.
it's ugly.
Ugly, yes.
Yes.
Right.
So. Initiative, Storm.
So. 7.
Okay.
Trust me, man. I got worse.
Okay, Dara.
Ow.
1.
Tazio, you got a high one.
25.
25. Tazio, you go first. As you prepare to attack, you now see 2 more of these creatures
Fuck.
making your way over towards you. I'll get the map out in a second.
How close are they?
They are some distance away. Not super close, not super far away either.
These aren't humanoid.
They're vaguely humanoid. I mean...
Do I think if I accidentally kill one with a dagger, I will...
Oh, you mean their actual type? No, you're pretty sure that
Yeah.
these are still considered demons of some sort.
So I don't use that one. Get
Okay,
fucked.
okay, Gucci. I need to know how close they are.
Yep, I'm preparing the map here.
Fail
How-
roll.
Switch
You said
over
high,
to
you
the-
should have said low.
Eh,
Meh.
maybe low was like a terrace.
It was just a percentual chance to get this encounter, basically. We'll just kind of reuse this this map a little bit. Oops. No. But yeah, I don't know how you're walking. I guess you're all just walking next to each other.
Yep.
That would make sense, right?
Yeah.
How big is a 30 feet cone?
Pretty big.
Okay, good.
So I would say you're like maybe Storm walks in the middle, or
Yeah.
Yeah, it would probably be something like that.
so yeah, this would be the one that detected you, and then you see like 2 more coming from the alleyways, like out like that.
We.
Tazio.
Can I get everything with a 30 feet cone? Like, if I walk?
Pretty sure you could. So it'd be
Yeah,
like,
like, position me so I can do that, I guess.
or can you?
I mean, like, it's...
So I
what is-
think like a 30.
No, I
foot
don't
cone
think I
would
can.
Be like,
I don't think I can get everyone.
it's a bit difficult to like.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be something like I'm just trying to like visualize it properly. It doesn't have to be in the right place necessarily. Okay, that was terrible. And then yeah, so it would be something like that. No, you can't quite get all of them. At least not from an angle you can get to right now. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, like, I have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if you can see, but that is kind of like the area that
Oh,
you
yeah.
can affect that I drew there.
Mhm,
You
yeah,
can get
okay, I
two
will
of them
just
easily, but
Yeah. I will walk up so I can take two of them.
okay.
The left one and the middle one.
Right. So I'd say maybe you walk up to like here, then
Mhm.
you're sure to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
And then they have to both make a constitution save.
They both have to make a constitution save, got it. Okay.
Dear God, can't be good.
I mean, the damage is meh.
First one gets a 6, so that is a fail. The second
Mhm.
one gets 14, I believe that is also a fail.
Nice.
Both will take 24 force damage
Oh,
and be
Oh,
pushed 15
that's
feet
so
away.
little damage.
Yeah.
24?
I mean, like, for the spell, it's a 3rd level spell, so. You know, 24 and pushed away 15 feet.
Okay,
So the one, I guess the one that's against
yeah.
the wall, prone.
Yep. Okay, so let me see, 24.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me calculate the HP.
And then I will walk back.
Like that. Okay, so, 1, 2, 3. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And that one, I'll let it make a dexterity saving throw to see if it manages to. Yeah, it manages to stay on its feet, but it gets pushed into the wall. And then you walk back, you say?
Yeah.
So it will be what, 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there, so you can
Yes,
go
it's
back
3.
there.
Or 2 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, 2,
Yeah, it's
because
2.
4 squares forward, so
Yeah.
2 back. Okay. Although I thought I got pretty terrible initiative, they're actually up next.
That's
Yeah.
Now,
they're dashed.
let me just see.
We have so many spells left.
They
Yeah.
are very slow though, so they're all going to dash forwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is how far they're going to be able to get, even with their dashes.
Wow.
And that is all that they can do. So that ends their turn. Storm, you are up. However, before you get to go, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
What the fuck?
Because you start your turn within 30 feet of 3 of these creatures.
Okay. Rug. Right. That's not too good.
Is that cool? Yeah.
8.
He can re-roll it.
Nice. How?
Just re-roll. Like, I can make you re-roll it.
Nice. 18.
That is enough. You start feeling afraid for a second, but you manage to shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Okay, I go flanking position.
On which
You
one?
Oh,
How?
I can't. Oh,
And how,
flanking on Jackson.
Oh no, Jackson is about to die.
I go, on the left one.
Okay.
So I'm not 5 feet. I'm 10 feet from Jackson. Not Jackson.
Tazio. Yep. Sure.
Nice. Then I attack. Let's see. That's not a great roll. That's a 9.
A 9 to hit.
Yep.
Not enough, sadly.
I attack with the dagger.
The new dagger
Yep.
with
That's
Epitaph.
natural one.
Ah, it breaks. No, I'm just
I walk out of. I walk into the buildings and bonus. No, yeah, I attack. Yeah, fuck. Down there.
Oh, you stay there?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, then it's Dara.
Right. Was there like a fear effect I had to save against?
Yes. As a matter of fact, you do. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, 25.
That is definitely enough.
Go.
Yeah. Let me. I'd rather not want to kill the rest of my party, so I probably shouldn't do any of my AoE kind of things right now. Or, you know, I could always kill them and get a new party, though.
It's like, screw this Tazio guy, I'm already bored of him.
I was
good
mostly
luck with
referring
that,
to
lad.
Storm, but, you know,
Oh,
he's a
fuck.
bit
Well, I
out
was
of...
thinking maybe it's like you're viewing him as competition for best spellcaster or something. So you gotta
That's the
purge
only-
the guy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna... You're gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna first cast 2 Eldritch Blasts. I'm gonna target both of them on the one sandwich between Tazio and Storm. Right. If dies from the first one, I'm going to go for the one in the back.
Okay.
Is 19 a hit?
19 is a hit.
And is 14 a hit?
I believe so. It is indeed.
15 force damage.
15. You blast a hole straight through its mouth, through the back of its head, and the first one dies.
11 force damage on the one in the back.
11 on the one in the back, yes.
Yes.
Alright.
And then I move back 6 squares. Straight.
Okay. 1, 2,
So
3,
you're gonna hate
4,
me.
5. I expanded the playing field for this session, and you're still managing to walk outside the map.
Nice. Let's
Yep.
go.
Probably because I just moved it down from like the last one, but yeah. I'll have to expand it even more then.
Yay! Ruining the life of the DM.
Anyway, you're down here. You don't get to see yourself any more than that. Then I guess it will be top of the round. Tazio.
Do I have to do a save or?
Nope.
Oh,
There are
nice.
not enough of them left for that. There has to be 3 of them,
Lel.
I
Wow.
will.
I think. Unless I imagine that. No. Yeah, that is.
I will go in between them,
Okay.
and then I will. They will have to make a Constitution save. Both of them.
Okay, first one, that is a nat 19.
Ah, fuck.
Second one is a 12 plus 3, 15.
Fail.
So the one on top, on the upper left succeeds, and the other one fails.
Indeed. And let's see the damage.
Kill them.
I have to check again what the damage was. Okay. 10 thunder damage. And
10
the one that
thunder
failed
damage.
is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay, 5, 10. And the one that succeeded, does he take half damage? Or
Half damage.
Still
And he's
enough to
not
kill
pushed.
it, though.
And then I will move up, I guess.
And you said 10 damage to the other one.
Yeah.
And
I
then you
move
move up. How far?
up like 4, 3.
Straight up or diagonally?
Diagonal. left there.
Alright. Then it is its turn again.
Who will he choose?
Again,
Can he get to anyone?
No, I don't have any
no, it
spells.
can't get to Dara.
Definitely not Tazio, he's the first.
Wait, yeah, one more spell.
Can't get this door.
I mean, Dara would be the closest, and it can get within.
Melee range?
I mean, yeah, basically, yeah. It's gonna dash to get right up next to you.
Nice.
And that is all it can do. You're doing pretty well in terms of kiting, as this squishy
Yep.
party at least. That's a good thing.
Well, that's our only string.
Well,
Storm.
if we are against slow guys, it's pretty
I
easy.
walk flanking.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get there without even dashing.
Perfect. Then I roll. Nat 17 should be a hit. Hopefully
Yes.
it's dead after this.
That is a hit.
Oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
Monka W.
Yeah, 29 damage.
Oh, yeah.
That is definitely enough. You just stab it right through the back of the head so that it just comes out of the mouth. And Dara, you're sprayed by some of this blood and almost pierced by the demonite blade.
Whoa.
That just comes shooting out towards you. But you're out of initiative.
Nice.
I
We go
tried.
to
What
them.
color was the eyes on these things? It's like black.
These things?
They are not humanoid.
Yeah, I
So-
don't think they
Oh,
count.
the eyes
the eye has to be humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
That's the reason why I went to the man butcher.
yeah.
No, they're like brownish orange. Just
Yeah, you can't just
like...
kill a cat and take its eyes and like, I get dark vision from this.
Well, the cat doesn't have dark vision, so stop being a
But
dog.
if the cat had blue eyes, it would.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
how
the
it
cat
works.
has green eyes.
So I
that's
have
even
dark
better.
vision in real life. Let's go! Get wrecked!
Well, your eyes are apparently worth 50 gold pieces.
Well, hey, y'all, I have green eyes. That's even better for
I have
this stuff.
black
So.
eye.
You know which eye color is rarest in the world?
Probably red.
That isn't a thing.
Well, like
albinos.
red and purple are like illusions in a way.
Exactly.
Like they're not
Yeah.
technically real. I mean,
Technically.
the thing is, I think it's a toss-up between green and blue, because like there's like no place in the world where there is a significant portion of people with green eyes, but then there are more like places where people have green eyes, I guess.
So what's your guess?
I'd probably say green.
The thing is, I've looked into it and I've seen different statistics for it. It tends to say that green is more rare, but
You will now
Marcus,
say.
what's
yeah,
your guess?
Green.
Okay, so most common brown eyes, of course.
yeah, that is obvious.
Yeah, that-
Second
everyone-
common blue eyes.
Yeah.
Third hazel.
Did you
The
bring up a
hazel.
list or something?
No, I
You
remember.
memorized it. Okay.
Yeah. Fourth green, and the most rare one, gray
Purple.
eyes.
My dad has
Gray.
gray eyes.
Yeah. They can turn gray when you get some sicknesses.
Oh,
That's
well,
Well, he
Well,
that's
doesn't.
more of like
my completely white eyes because of my blindness.
Okay,
that
lads,
was a
should we-
sidetrack.
yeah.
Hey.
should we head to Armite, the weapon shop first, because we have the demon head and stuff, and check if he has something better, maybe?
Yeah,
We can always try.
We have these bodies as well.
Yeah, but I don't think these are very worth. They look pretty shit, and they was pretty shit.
Yeah, let's do it. I guess.
Never
What do you
even
want
reached.
for item?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we will go to the Armite weapon shop first,
So,
or Menite.
What do you want? What kind of weapon do you want?
Just ask him if he has something like better or stronger that isn't just Armanite.
Yeah, okay, sure. Demonite.
Demon
Armanite is
Armanite.
the creature, I believe.
Oh, yeah, right,
Yep.
Demonite.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, so you head over to the Armanite weapon shop.
Mhm.
You all come barging in there
Mhm.
as a troop, and it just stands there, looking towards the door when you open it, just with a blank stare.
The
Hey
crystal
again.
first there.
Do you have anything else than demonite weapons?
No.
Like something, nothing like better,
No.
magical. Okay, let's get out of here, guys. You do.
Bruh, does he only have weapons? I
Yeah.
assume that because he...
No, he has
You-
armor as well.
No
But
one
I
knows
can
what's
use
used.
some fucking...
You could probably get some ammunition for your crossbow.
Light crossbow. Damn. Oh, we out. Okay, we head
Yeah, we
back
out.
to the tavern.
Okay, so guys, before we walk in, what's the plan? Okay, like,
The plan is to ask what the dagger does. The plan is to ask what the bloodwell does. The plan is to ask what
mhm.
information he has. The plan is if he talks smack, he gets stabbed.
Okay, so like, do you
Let's
want
not
him
go-
to want him to
try
tell
not to be
us
so violent.
before we give it to him?
Huh?
Yeah, we want as much information as possible before.
Yeah, we can show him that we have the dagger, and if he has just wasted our time, we will keep the dagger.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you
Shall
head
we?
inside. You see Malcolm sitting there drinking, probably pit fiend blood.
Mm.
He looks over towards you after a second and just kind of like raises his glass and gives you a nod.
Yep.
You head over.
Mhm.
You look a bit roughed up, Storm. Let me guess. Either you went over to
Malcolm, no time for jokes.
so either you went over to Artefemos and he gave you a bit of a beating, or you have the dagger, or you escaped trying to get the dagger. So
You're
tell
telling
which
me-
one is it?
You're telling me that you're just lazy and you could have handled the demon yourself, eh?
Of course
That's
I do.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
All right, all right.
How good of a... What are you, Ian? What do you do? Magic?
A bit of this, a bit of that. I can
does that
fight with a weapon, and I can annihilate somebody with some magic. I do both depending on what mood I'm in.
Great.
Lovely.
So, what if we have some questions before, eh? What the hell does the Bloodwell do? Why is he guarding that? And why did he have the dagger in his chest?
Well, I think we agreed that information is not free.
Well,
We have the dagger. But
That the dagger was for information about Artefemos.
Right. And if you give me the dagger, I will tell you all you want to know about Artefemos and how you can get to him.
But now
We
have
like a little down payment beforehand.
You said you have the dagger, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, hand it over and you will complete your deal.
I believe that that a little tidbit of information beforehand so we can trust you would be a fine
So you
deal.
can trust me, friend. There is no trust to be had in the abyss.
Well, then you can just
Well,
give us
that
half
sucks for
information
you, I
half
suppose.
after.
Yeah.
Well,
that
what do you
is
think
such a-
I'm going to do? You're so convinced that I could not take on the keeper
Well,
myself,
you
so...
might just give us shit information, you know, like.
Oh, I very well
Totally.
might.
And then we killed a demon that every other demon is scared of.
Not quite, not quite.
Why
I
is
don't
no demon there then, except his ass?
What's the information worth?
You know what? Okay, so we want to know about the blood well, about the dude, and that those things. When you have told us that, we will give you the dagger, and then you can tell us about Artifemos. That's a good deal, right?
This sounds more like extortion to me.
Well, we
You're
can
trying
just
to get
leave
more
with the
from
dagger.
the what?
Yeah? No,
Of
we will
course.
say like we
It's
might just call off the
called
deal if you
haggling.
want to know.
Right,
It's
right.
called
Well,
haggling.
maybe you should have done that before we made a deal. Here's the thing. You can keep the dagger for all I care, but I also won't tell you anything about Artifemos. That was kind of the reason why I even offered to give you any information in the first place. You're trying to buy information from me. I'm not trying to buy the dagger from you.
Fair enough.
Actually, I
We
feel like
know
that's
where Artifemos is. What more?
Oh yes, but do you know how to get what you want from him? Do you know how to get to him properly? Do you have a way in? No, I don't think so. I can offer you such a way.
I will make an insight check to see how truthful he is.
Alright, go on ahead.
Oh, that's a good natural 20.
Same for me.
What?
Okay, wow.
25.
23 for me.
Right. Just give me a second. What did you get total? Sorry.
25.
And
25.
23.
23.
Try deception that.
So okay. You both get the sense that there's something about him, not necessarily that he's not truthful. Like you're pretty sure that he will tell you what you asked for. There's just something slightly off about him, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the deal is... Well, what do you think? Should we give him the dagger
I
for...
used the path a message to Dara.
Yeah.
I think we should give the dagger.
You
I will
sure?
give it to Storm as well afterwards.
You sure? I feel like he might try to use... He might have an ulterior motive.
We don't even know anything, and
Like,
You don't know
I'll
what
put it like this.
to do.
You're pretty sure that you get the sense that he's hiding something from you. Not
Yeah.
that he won't tell you a way to, like, accomplish what it is you're looking to do. You're pretty sure he will give you that information. But there's
Yeah.
something more to this. Like, there is something behind this. An ulterior motive is pretty much guaranteed by the way you're able to read him.
as long as we get the information, we shouldn't care what his motives are.
So if I give
I
you
see.
the dagger, will you only tell us about the Artifemos? Not what this dagger does? Or
Yes.
not what the blood is, well is?
No, that was not part of the initial deal, was it? And so you will not get any information about that unless you perhaps do another favor for me.
What's the favorite?
I'll have to think of something. This was the most immediate thing that I could think of right now. But I'm sure I could send you on another equally
let us
difficult
do
or more
that.
difficult task. If you're that
Yes,
curious,
yeah,
of course.
Yes. Because... feels quite... weird to just call yourself lazy and send us away to this.
Well, so let's just give him the dagger and we get the information we wanted from the beginning.
Well, it better be a good one.
Better be a good one. He's just gonna answer what we ask.
Yeah, but it better be
Storm,
good information.
Storm, actually, just make a quick insight check, you too.
Sure.
on that one particular thing.
Natural 20 as well.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
What the fuck? And I have +5. What? Do I? How?
One with the
Wow.
stone. No,
No.
Are you
Wait.
proficient with it? Because
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
that-
it's
it's a
wisdom plus proficiency.
Yeah.
I guess you have +2 wisdom.
I believe the stone gave you +1 in
two.
every.
Oh yeah. The stone
Yeah,
gives
26.
you a +1. Yeah.
No, 26, because I have +2. It's insight. No, in wisdom.
Yeah, okay. 26 then.
And then +3 because it's proficiency.
Mhm.
And then.
+1 from the stone.
Yeah, exactly. 26.
26.
Yup.
I will say with the kind of like lazy thing, you get the sense that it's not necessarily laziness. You feel like there's something more behind that as well.
Okay. Because to me that felt as a lie. So tell me, dear coworker, what more was it?
Whoa. Don't give him the title coworker.
No, I don't think
Everyone
that
is a-
fits. Look, Storm.
Yes.
I am very careful with what I tell people. I don't tell people more than I intend to share. Now, if you want to know anything about me as a person, why, what I did in the Thrumera, what my childhood looked like there, I'm fine with telling you all that. However, when it comes to my business-related things, I like to keep things quiet unless I'm being paid. So,
I still believe that we should just give it to him.
I gave you a reason. I am too lazy to do it myself.
And I don't believe the reason.
And you are
That's
free
not
to doubt
important.
that.
We don't need to know his intentions. We just need to know the information.
What will do with the information?
He said he knows a way in, and like,
We
Well,
also
we
know
don't-
a way in.
We technically do. Unfortunately, only for 2,
well,
and perhaps no way back.
Why would I trust someone in the Dawn world rather also someone in the fucking
well, he
hell?
said there is no trust here. Okay, so
Exactly.
we just have to do a leap of faith.
Yeah, that's not Storm's kind of thing.
No,
Unless it involves
Well,
gold.
exactly.
We won't be
We will
able
get
to.
information.
Yes,
We can do it ourselves.
the reason why we took this dagger was to get that information.
Well,
So what will it be?
Well,
Trash information.
you don't even
I
know.
stab the table in front of him.
He does not even blink as you do that.
With a dagger.
So-
with a-
What information do you have?
He takes the dagger.
Gives
He
to you.
looks at
so-
it. You see how his eyes kind of roll back for a second, and then he looks normal again. And you see he just like snaps his finger, and the dagger just disappears. Well, what information do I have? What was it? Artefemos, yes? You want a way in?
Yes.
Let me tell you this then. Artefemos is currently in the process of choosing a second in command, so to speak. And the 2 candidates are the children of Apollyon herself. The children are not full-bloods, but they are not tieflings either. They are something more than that. The names are Apotheia and Apothemus. They have various talents. Apatheia is more of a mage. Apothemus, well, he is a simple brute. Likes to run headfirst into problems and deal with them with brute force. Either way, both of these two are kind of struggling to prove themselves better than their sibling, and so they would likely appreciate some additional help. Especially since they are, as a part of this trial, not allowed to use the help of any other demons here. Only an outsider could realistically help them. A half-blood, of course, does not count as a demon, not properly. So, you go and help either Apatheia or Apothemus, and whoever wins will likely gladly help you get a way in with Artefemos.
And where can we find these siblings?
Apatheia has been studying at the Five-Pointed Star in not the same tower as Artefemos. She has a much more humble study elsewhere, whereas Apothemus likes to spend his days over at the Dretch Pit.
Okay.
As I said, you can likely make a bargain with them that if you help them win over their sibling, they help you accomplish
And how would
what
they
it is you
win
want.
over the sibling?
Well, I'm sure both of them have their own plans that they may just not be able to execute at the moment. Possibly because they need the help of an outsider. And if you haven't noticed, there aren't a lot of us around here, and I have other things on my plate. And no interest in using Artefemos to my machinations. So, there is your information.
Well,
So you can tell us more. What invisible
what would that
thing
be?
they have in the Five-Pointed Star Castle in his frickin'...
I know of no particular invisible thing. I have heard that Ultraloths have an innate ability to turn invisible.
But it might be him.
probably
Might
him.
very well be Artefemos himself.
What would say that we could defeat him?
Perhaps you could. I would recommend a well-planned ambush where you set traps and such things. But would probably not be easy. He is a very skilled warlord and a well-renowned person here in Eschaton. As I said, he is one of Apollyon's favored, meaning that he hasn't exactly done nothing to achieve that post, although
So
not all of it is
making one
necessarily
of the-
battle related.
So making one of the sisters cheat by
Well,
using
one of
no,
them
no,
is up.
no.
winning.
First of all,
They
it is
trust.
a brother and a
Sister.
sister, and second of all, it's not cheating. They just cannot use the help of any demons to fulfill
So they can
their
use our
plans.
help.
They can use your help, yes.
So doing that will make them get
Second.
a hold of what we want.
Well, if you are able to secure that they win, which I'm sure either one of them has their own plans, if the rumors are correct, then yes, I find it very likely that they would be more than willing to reward you with a simple favor from Artefemos or something like that.
And when will they win?
Well, whenever they are both feeling ready to battle it out, or if enough
So
time
it's
goes
a
by.
battle that we decide.
In a way, yes. But you should probably speak with them first, what they have in mind. I can't tell you exactly However, if their interests are anything to go off, then I would believe that Apothea, seeing as she is a mage of sorts, that she would like some sort of magical solution to the situation, and Apothemus would probably just look for some way to use more brute force.
But
Store was like, hell yeah, let's take that.
one more question about Artefamos. Do you know if he's only in his office all the time, or does he appear anywhere else?
Well, he spends some time in his residence as well. It is also in the high quarters. I'm sure you've seen it. It's directly to the left once you pass through the gates. Quite a humble mansion.
Do you know how long he usually is in his office?
He spends most of his time over in the Five-Pointed Star. Sometimes a few weeks in a row.
Without sleeping?
Friend, powerful fiends don't sleep very often, and when they do, it's just because they feel like it. Besides, they usually go a few weeks or months without any sleep, and then they sleep for maybe a week or two, and go back to their regular schedule. I couldn't tell you everything about Artefamos' sleep schedule, though, but from what I've heard, he spends most of his time in the tower.
Where was Apothea located?
Oh, in the five point star.
And Apothem,
Apothemus is in the Dretch Pit.
which is located where?
It is, when you go to the gate, you take a left instead of a right, and you simply follow the main road there for a little bit, and you will be able to find it. It's a relatively big house. It looks like an arena if you look closely at it.
And which of them would be considered closer?
They were equal, right?
I would say so, yes. One you head towards the Acropolis, one you head to the gates. Both are about equally.
Do they have
close.
alcohol here?
Yes, of sorts, but I would not recommend it for people like you. It
Lovely.
might be lethal to you, is what I'm trying to say.
Kinda need that. Okay, so anything more
No?
about these? And they were the sister of the Lord.
They
The
are
children.
the children of Lord Apollyon.
Ah, children. Yeah.
And once
Remember-
again,
They're
one-
not sisters.
yes, one is a man, one is a woman. Apothemus is a man,
What does it matter?
Thea is a woman. Well, doesn't really matter, might change at some point anyway. Demons don't really
They're about gender.
believe in gender the same way. It's much more fluid here than it is in the Dawn world in many ways. You see, when you live for a few thousand years, things tend to change.
Nice.
Mhm.
Let's head out. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see what we can do.
Wait, what's the time, Storm?
It's the time on my broken.
Are
Man,
you
what if
looking
it's
at,
jet lag from the
Pocket
plane?
watch that I stole.
What would the time be? I don't know, like...
Sleeping time or?
I don't think quite yet, but you've
Okay.
definitely been going for several hours at least.
Yeah, we
Okay.
had the
I'm not-
Naufashne battle this day.
Yeah, like you've taken 2 or so short rests, and you've done quite a few things. Like, you could definitely just spend a few hours hanging out, like eating, and then hanging out in the room or something, and then you can take a long rest. That would definitely be an option. But it wouldn't be quite yet.
I walk up to the succubi.
Incubus, actually.
Incubus, bruh.
Yeah, Storm doesn't realize what gender is.
Hello again.
How many nights did we pay for the room?
Well, if you're looking for another kiss, then you can feel free to deposit another payment right now.
Yeah, and some chicken for today and tomorrow, eh?
Sure thing.
Sounds good. Yeah, the same old the peck, yeah.
What do you mean by that? You mean that you wanna kiss yourself again?
Yup.
Let me see how it shifts into your appearance. Alright. Let's do this then.
I go in for it.
Yep. You share a kiss. You actually take no damage.
Wow, nice.
Oh, he doesn't want to kill you now.
That wasn't too bad this time, eh?
Well, I thought you came back for more.
Back for what?
Just another kiss.
No, what do you mean? I told you what I wanted.
Oh yeah, and that is all going to be yours as well, but you didn't have to pay even more.
You son of a... No.
Oh,
Son
I'm
of a-
sorry.
Son of a rock... Son of a... What is it called?
I don't think
Gun. They don't call them guns. Son of a...
Flintlock pistol?
No, what do they call the guns? The dwarves.
Boomstick.
Yeah, son of a boomstick. Perfect.
Well, that would be the last world that we played in, not the Dawn world.
What? They call them guns here? I thought they called...
Well, they are basically unknown things. You've only
Well, I
really
think we
heard
said that.
rumors.
Yeah, but I think we said boomstick as well when...
Yeah, we have referred to them as boom.
Clarice pulled up boomstick.
It would be a flintlock pistol. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I can't remember if I have
Where
proper-
last time we spoke with someone, it was, well, a commoner that was referring to it as a boomstick and saying that those things don't exist.
I could use some chicken now, yep.
Sure thing.
Perfect.
And he goes away and he gets you some abyssal chicken.
And I walk up to the room and eat that shit.
Right. So you do that, and you're able to spend some more time before taking a long rest. If there's anything you want to do, you can say so now. Otherwise, we'll fast forward to.
Yeah, while eating the chicken, that shit information was shit. We could have made our own plan and just headed in there and lockpicked that shit. But no, now we're gonna have to suck off a fucking son of a demon lord's dick to get
Well,
a
it doesn't.
lockbox.
Well,
Huh?
see it positively. It doesn't have to be a guy.
I think we should go
We're
for
going
the
for the-
sister.
No, what?
Why would we try? Like, we can start off with that. We can ask what she wants us to do, and if we don't
She's
like
at the
it, we go to the
five-pointed
brother.
star.
Yeah. So
I feel like
there's
she's
5 towers.
Look, we're two magic users. She's probably going to feel like it's more our cup of tea.
Yes.
Either that or it's Storm having to have one-on-one with that, whatever his name was.
Okay then. Let's do that.
I mean, we can head and ask before we go to sleep.
Huh?
Like, we can go and ask her before we go to sleep.
Why?
Or get more productive, like more of the day.
I need some refreshment.
Okay, we
Let's
won't
tell you
fight
to
her.
do it.
We'll just talk to her.
Yeah, but what if fucking the Femos is there and like, oh, you two were the motherfuckers that friggin'
Well, it's a different tower.
You two can do that if you like. I feel like doing it tomorrow. I'm
Yeah,
hurt.
sure. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a tomorrow thing.
Nice.
Okay. in that case, you go to bed. Are you going to
We
all
should,
go asleep,
keep
or are you
watch.
gonna?
No, we keep watches.
I try to look into that eye again. Is it still black?
Yep.
Is the
Yeah.
wall? Is it a fine wall?
We take watches, yeah,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, I can take first.
I take second. Nice.
Nice.
So we take watches great during the night.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so who was gonna take first one? Storm
Me.
or Tazio? Okay.
Yep.
So Tazio, you're sitting there, kind of like staying awake. You haven't been awake for that long, so it's not difficult to stay awake. You're sitting there, kind of look towards the window, and you see some movements from like something that is probably a closet. You just like get up, and you see how whatever it is just like runs back out and disappears. Nothing else happens for the duration of the night, though. You all finish your watches, and
Nice.
Nice.
the night goes by.
D3.
Okay, let's go. 5-pointed star.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have to check all the. Do you remember her name?
Apothea?
Apothea, right? We have to just take one of the closets and ask them.
Yeah, that seems to be the common way of doing it nowadays.
Yes.
Take a quasit and force it to tell us everything.
Alright,
Let's
so when morning comes, difficult to tell because it's always daytime here, or night, or evening, or something, same time anyway. You head up to the high quarters, and you go over to the 5-pointed star. You know which tower Artifemos sits in. You don't
Yep.
know where Apothea
We're
is.
going to the one left of Artifemos,
Okay.
I guess.
Yep.
And
You
we
go in
just
there.
take a closet.
You pick up one of these closets as it's running
Apothea,
by.
right?
Do you say that to the closet?
Wait.
Apothea.
Yeah, Apothea, okay. Is Apothea in this building?
No.
Gently put it down.
It kind of like scurries off, looking over its shoulder at you.
Okay, next tower,
Alright.
I grab a closet. Is Apothea in this
Do
building?
you continue, like, I guess it would be
Yeah.
counterclockwise?
Yeah.
Or no,
Yes.
clockwise. Yeah,
Yeah.
clockwise. Is.
Yeah, clockwise, yeah.
You pick it up. You ask that.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Is Apothea in this building? Do you want me to drop you? 3.
Yes!
Then put down.
You put it down, and it runs away, terrified.
She's in this building, guys.
Great.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Who talks?
Well, we don't know if she knows common.
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
can just cast tongue on one of you if you also want to talk.
Well, let's let's save the spell for now. We don't
Yes.
know if we might need it later.
Well, it's 1 out of 3 spells. What?
Unless you can ritual cast it.
No.
Then save it.
Mm-hmm. Let's go up there then.
Right.
Dun,
So
dun,
you
dun.
you head up the tower.
Mm-hmm.
This tower is structured a bit differently. There are still a bunch of Arcana lofts here.
I cast mage armor on myself just now.
Alright.
I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't forget it.
Lasts for 8 hours, so that's fine.
Yep.
But you head up the tower, and you walk past so the difference here is that only the first floor that you go up to
is like completely open. The next one has 4 doors. And it's like similar to the top floor of Artifamos' tower. But there are 4 doors here.
Which door?
Also, the
Well-
stairs obviously continue upwards still.
Should we try going up further up? Or
Yeah,
asking the Arcana lots?
We can go up.
Yeah, let's continue up.
Right. So you see the next 3 floors, or the top 3 floors, all have these 4 doors on each floor. Or yeah.
Wow.
I guess no, there would only be 2 more floors. Yeah, 2 more floors.
Does any door look fancier than the other?
No.
Let's just go like. So we are on the top floor, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 2 floors with all these doors.
Yeah,
Not
let's
3.
just take a door, I guess. And open it.
Let's go with that.
Okay. Which one do you pick?
First,
I don't know.
first, the closest one to the staircase for us when we go up on the highest floor.
Okay. You go up. You feel a door. It's locked.
The other
I
door?
knock on the door.
Knock on the door. More.
You knock. You hear some sounds inside, and then the key is turned, and you see this Arcana Loth open the door, just looking at you.
Do you know where Apothea is? Where can we find her?
Please.
Not here anyway. And he just shuts the door.
Next door.
Next door.
Okay, you knock on the next door. It also opens. Another Arcana Loth looks out.
Do you know where we can find Apothea?
Who are you? Huh?
We're here to help Apothea.
Well, you're disturbing me in my research, aren't you?
Well, we won't disturb you anymore if you can tell us where we can find her.
You won't disturb me anymore more if I put you in the grave.
That's true too.
Well, it would take a long time for that to happen, so...
But
anyway,
Really, you want to bet? And he,
Well,
he
it will
raises his
take-
hand, and you see some magical, like, arcane energy kind of start to gather.
Can you just tell us and we will be gone?
Make a
You
persuasion
won't
check.
hurt.
How did Warlock just talk with the
14.
It talks in common.
okay.
What did you get?
1000.
That was a
14.
terrible pronunciation.
Yeah, I don't.
The fuck
I
did you
don't.
say, you know?
Or I destroy you and leave you in a pile of ash.
Have
Now,
a good day.
Plow off and have a bad day. And he slams the door.
Fucking
Oh,
Why
it's
is
probably
the
like the opposite
Arcana
thing.
Loth as a douchebag? Should we fucking prank his ass? Stab the door.
No, don't.
Yes,
don't
you're gonna
want to-
you're gonna put the kick me sign on the door.
Tazio, you know that Arcana Loths are pretty powerful in general.
Yeah. We should probably not disturb him. Let's go down a level and try next door.
Right. So you head down
Mm-hmm.
on the floor and just pick a random door, or
Yes.
okay. You knock on it, and another Arcana Loth opens. What do you want now, huh?
Good day. We would like to ask you if you know where we can find Apothea.
Please.
Epitaph,
Yes.
which is right here on this floor.
Okay,
How
which
can
door?
it be defined? Look, just read the signs, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
good sign.
Sake.
They've
He
been
just closes the
signed.
You
door.
never said there
Pass.
was signs.
You never asked if there were.
Right.
Well, I feel
You asked if there was a fancy door.
I think that's like something you usually say, like, okay, there's doors and signs.
Well, they're not very obvious. Now that you're looking around, you see that on top of the doors there is this abyssal script.
Okay.
That's kind of being carved into the frame. It wasn't like signs per se, but it is more. Now you can see them. If you had asked to do a perception check, I would have told you.
Okay,
No. We must try all the doors first.
You see
sign say?
the door like opposite of the one you just knocked on. It says Apatheia.
Yeah, I
in
knocked on
Abyssal.
Apatheia, yes.
Yeah,
This
you
is
go up and knock on it. It takes a bit longer than the others, but eventually even this door is opened, and you see this this woman with red skin open. She has 2 horns kind of from her forehead, not very big horns, just like 2 inches or so. Has black hair, wears these long, equally dark robes that are kind of lightly reinforced with some demonite spikes. And she just looks at all of you. Quite tall, actually, probably like the same height as Dara.
Oh, that's tall.
Looks quite strong as well, not really what you expected from a mage. Very like well built, so to speak. And just stares at all of you.
We heard that you needed some help.
Yes, that is.
You heard that I needed help. And who exactly told you that I needed
that you
help?
could use some help.
You think that the daughter of Apollyon needs help from whatever you are? How did you even end up here?
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit.
No,
No,
the
it's good.
microphone is fine.
Well, she just points at Tazio and says, well, you are a half-blood, obviously, but the rest of you, I don't have any idea what would bring you to the abyss.
You know, the usual business.
The usual business. There is no usual business here in the abyss.
I feel like there should be a usual business of...
A fiend signed a contract on us and we're going to die if we don't do the contract.
That sounds much more reasonable.
Yeah, no
Now.
usual business, Dara.
Isn't that technically business?
Nope.
There is no usual
threatened to
business for
die.
your kind here. The usual business is ripping each other apart over nothing. Is that your usual business? In that case, I don't see why you come here to help me. So no, that
Well,
seems much more
she
likely
does-
what the lizards spoke of.
Now
So,
you know what I am. Nice.
oh, excuse me, I am not only a demon, I am half humanoid as well.
Ah.
So, you came to help me, as you say. What does helping me entail?
Well,
More like we heard that you could use some
Yes.
help, and we are here to offer the help for a little help from your. We help you, you help us.
You're not
You
even
win
a
over your
fiend.
brother?
You start bargaining within the first minute of meeting somebody. That impresses me in a way. So, what did you say? My brother?
Yeah.
What about him?
We help you beat him. You help us with another thing.
You think I need your help to beat my own brother?
well, we heard that you
Well,
wanted to
your
resolve
ego
it in-
might be a bit big because
Oh, no,
we heard
so-
also
And
that
how would you be able to help me anyway? I see a group of scrawny mortals standing here.
Well,
well demons couldn't.
Oh, that is very right. But what makes you believe that I need anybody's help to beat my brother in combat?
Well,
Has misworded it. We didn't say he said that you needed it, but I said you didn't need. We offer.
Well, what is the
help.
difference?
Well, what we heard of
That
Well,
we doesn't sound like douchebags.
You also
Well-
said that you want a reward in return, so if I don't need the help, why would I take it? Why would I
Well,
pay for
as-
help I do not need?
As a higher up, as the next successor to becoming a higher leader of this place, shouldn't it come natural for you to have servants serving you for smaller sums?
Don't.
What?
I wouldn't say that I'm next in line to become the leader of anything.
No, but
Look, that's not how things work here in the Abyss. You want something and you take it by shredding the predecessor to pieces. Now, I'm not looking to go into a one-on-one combat situation with Artefemos. No, I'm applying to become his second in command, because he doesn't
Yes.
have one at the moment. So,
she meant something like that. She just said the wrong thing.
I just
we
worded
heard,
it a bit more dramatically.
yeah, we just heard from another person that you and your brother were equals, and that
please, my brother isn't anywhere near an equal of mine.
you wanted to resolve this with some magic, and as a matter of fact, two of us are spellcasters.
Well, that explains why two of you seem to lack any resemblance of muscle, but it doesn't explain why the last one does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
right,
the
okay.
last one is just
Well,
muscle.
he. Hmm.
Plus, he likes killing things.
I don't need no muscle.
Shut up.
Well, I guess I know which ones of you are the spellcasters for sure now. You confirmed it.
Huh?
Yes, I said that you, Lizard, are not a spellcaster.
Y-
I figured it out. Okay,
Right.
not that
It's not that hard.
difficult.
Understandable.
Anyway,
So, can we help you, or do you not want us to
say
help?
that you do. What do you want in
Yes.
return?
Let us just.
A lockbox from Artefemos.
A lockbox from Artefemos.
No, it's
Yup.
a infernal lockbox, I believe.
You want
Forward.
that?
Yep.
Mhm.
I suppose you mean an infernal puzzle box.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Well, I'm sure he has many of them.
Perfect.
He could probably make one for you.
That's
It
not.
has to be a certain special one.
Yes.
Are you trying to free somebody from a contract or something?
No, we just
No,
have
no,
to
no,
get
no.
a specific puzzle box.
That probably contains a contract.
Probably, but we don't know that. The only instructions we got was that we needed a certain lockbox back from Artefemos, so he probably stole it.
I feel like that's the common norm here.
Mm.
I see.
Stealing. Nice.
I'm sure that could potentially be arranged.
Lovely.
So how could we help you then?
She kind of thinks for a second. I have something in mind. I suppose you don't mind a bit of danger.
Well, everything here is danger.
I mean, things should be fine either way. It shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have heard of Apollyon's Favored.
Yes.
Artefemos is of course one of them, and Gazar is another one. Have you heard of him too?
No.
Well, have you seen the floating island not far from the Acropolis?
Quite hard to miss.
The Sky
where?
Keep is his residence.
Okay.
What I need you to do is to go there and secure a favor from Gazar. I have spoken to him about this before, but he wasn't sure if he was able to help me. I recently got a message, however, that he might be able to arrange something. So in essence, I need you, by doing me a favor, to do my favor for Gazar, if that makes sense.
So we need to do your favor for him so he can do
So
your favor.
I get what I asked from him.
Okay. Do you have any sort of way that can make sure that we won't get killed just trying to enter?
No. And of course, Gazar might very well rip you to shreds himself as well. There are no guarantees. I would recommend really not trying to undermine his powers in any sort of way, which of course is quite difficult when you see him anyway.
Is he small?
No, I said it's very hard to undermine his powers when you see him.
Right. Oh, I thought you said it was.
It's quite the opposite.
Hey.
No, I would just be careful and be very polite and respectful and make sure that he really feels as powerful as he wants to feel.
Does he speak common, or is it only abyssal?
I'll have to look this up.
What?
Wait, where was Gazar located?
The
Sky
floating
Keep.
island.
Oh, the floating thing.
Yeah.
I don't believe I've ever heard him speak common, no.
Well, no. Okay. Well, that's all right. I can make one of us understand him as well.
As long as he knows why you are there and can fill you in on what needs to be done, I am sure that you don't need more than one person to be able to communicate to him. As long as the others just bow and stay silent and don't try to cause any trouble. It seems like some of you have quite the mouths from our short interaction here.
Indeed. So if we do this for you, you can get us that lockbox. The infernal puzzle box.
I believe that should not be impossible. Otherwise, I'm sure I can find some other way to compensate you, should that not be something that Artefemos is willing to do. Perhaps I can at least help you in getting it, then.
Can you otherwise... no, okay, no. Sounds perfect.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like an exceptional deal.
And there's just a teleportation pad right beside the island.
No. You simply head to the Tower of the Wartoll and you ring the little bell, not the big one. Don't try to break into it and sound that. That would be quite dramatic and unnecessary. No, you just sound the little bell and the rest will go quite smoothly. Don't try anything stupid, by the way. Just let it happen as it happens.
Storm, you heard that?
It's
Don't.
quite hard to understand that, but...
Oh, yeah, right. Don't do anything stupid, okay?
Okay.
Little bell, not big bell.
Wait,
Okay.
did she speak in common or abyssal?
Yeah, she's speaking common with you.
Yeah, so you heard.
What?
You heard everything.
Ah!
I know what they are arguing about.
I have no idea.
Okay,
Okay.
cheers for your contribution, dear Epitaph. We will return with good news, or we will be dead. from
If we
the
return,
Drow.
there will be good news.
Don't say
Great.
that. Don't jinx that.
Well, if we don't return, if we don't have the things, we're dead.
Just try and make this happen and hope for the
Yes.
best, okay? Well, off we go.
Indeed.
All right.
Let's not.
So
Let's go to that tower.
you leave the
Mhm.
tower, and you're pretty sure you know what the Tower of the Warthol is. You saw the big bell tower that was located to the left of the Acropolis when you first entered the high quarters. You make your way over there. But it's quite easy since this Tower of the Five-Pointed Star is the closest to the Tower of the Warthol.
Okay.
So you just go there, and you see this kind of like chain that runs from all these tiny little floating rocks all the way up to the Skykeep, which you think is probably the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Little bell. Remember,
Yeah, let's go.
the little bell,
So,
not the big
Storm,
bell.
do you pull the chain, or what was that? Okay, so you just give the chain a pull,
Please
and
not
you
be the big
see
bell.
how it like rattles from all these tiny little floating rocks. And you wait. You don't hear anything. You wait. Nothing really seems to happen.
And we're sure that was a little bell.
What would the big bell do?
I mean, you
Yes.
could see the big bell on the top at the top of
Yeah.
the Tower of the Warthol. At
Oh,
least
cool.
you hope that that's the big bell. Otherwise, the big bell would have to be very, very big.
Okay.
Because that one's already much bigger than a regular like church bell or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a big bell.
Wait, so we're not up there right now.
No, you're still just in the high quarters by
Should
the.
we just
the
fly
tower.
up there?
You have
I
to wait.
think this is like a knock on a door, but like high tech. So someone will like come down and check.
Really?
So I think say we wait like 2 minutes or something,
Or if we pull the chain again, maybe.
and he will tear us to shreds. Let's wait. Wait 2 minutes.
Okay, so you wait about another minute before you can hear what sounds like wings. These,
Oh,
and you soon see 3 of these large creatures that look like something, a mix between a vulture and a human.
okay.
It has these big, dark wings. It's completely covered in dark feathers, but it has kind of like this vulture-like neck and head. But it also has more of like human-looking arms, although they're significantly longer and covered in claws. And also more human-looking legs, although they have regular like bird's feet. And these 3 creatures just swoop down, and each one of them just grabs you. Like, they grab you one each. Does anybody resist?
No.
I hope.
Alright. They all just pick you up and start flying with you. You're just hanging, legs and arms just dangling as these bird-like creatures just take you over this infinite void beneath you. You look down and it's sickening. Like it's just burning dark. There's just like darkness, smoke, and somewhere off in the distance, probably miles beneath you, huge fires. If the legends are true, then the abyss is infinite, and falling would not be very pleasant.
You would fall for the rest of the eternity, or until you hit another part of the abyss.
I get
And
Dark
just
Souls vibe
splatter.
from this a lot.
But you're taken up towards the Sky Keep, and you see now the keep itself looks like a relatively simple looking keep, kind of architecturally similar to the elven keeps of the south and the Dawn World, but it's built with this like dark, almost black stone, giving a very like grim and
Chef.
scary vibe.
What?
I don't know what's going on over there.
Stoff is a pain in the ass, I guess.
Yep.
Probs.
Oh, cool.
He can't like
I
you.
said the first time, then I
Like Sophie can't be mad because we are like late. Because he's always like an hour late.
You had to leave relatively soon, right?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
He thinks I said 17, and I didn't say 17.
Okay. Well, we'll end this soon then. They take you over to the island and they put you down, not too far away from these large gates. The gates themselves are enormous. They are almost as big as the gates to the city. And it just like the keep is so much bigger than you could have, than it looked from the ground from Eschaton. It's comparable to the Acropolis in size. Slightly smaller, obviously, but still an enormous structure. And these bird creatures just put you down, and then they fly off and disappear. And you're stood there in front of these gates on this smaller floating island, surrounded by void and fire. And that is where we're going to end the session then, I guess.
Damn it. Just a question. There weren't like a gatekeeper somewhere around there?
No, you can see it looks quite abandoned up here.
Crap.
It's just this keep on a floating rock.
How did it know it was 3 people? The birds.
Maybe saw you. Us.
Yeah, they saw from afar. Oh, it's 3. Fucking
They're
dumb,
like,
man.
Magic.
1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, 3 birds.
Exactly.
Something like that, maybe. Who knows?
Nice. 3 birds, send them out.
Well, we're just gonna end it there then, I guess.
Yeah,
Nice
I believe
session.
right.
So yeah, cool.
Hopefully
like
we're
it.
out of the fucking abyss sooner or later.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens next time. The abyss is not a pleasant place for relatively low-leveled mortals.
Hey,
Yeah.
7th level, man.
Yeah,
Hey.
relatively low level for being in the abyss, though.
Well, yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we will just end the stream there then.
Yep. GGs.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody that has been watching.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you next week then, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.